In addition to. You,
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. We are back in New York after our West Coast swing. We
very thankful for everybody who came out. It was a lot of fun. It was confidence.
That was I think going to be a watershed moment, benchmark moment, hallmark moment, whatever you want to call it for KFC Radio, because it went so well. The shows were good. But more importantly, the whole week was so goddamn funny.
Yeah.
That, you know, when you work at a place like this and you have some of the guests that we've been lucky enough to have, and you're just on the internet all day and you see some of the best, you know, it's intimidating. It's like, these are we're working with like the funniest fucking people in the world, and you know, for a show that is known for its lack of self-confidence, it's sometimes like, fuck, like, are we good enough, or is this funny, or whatever. And then so when you hit the West Coast and you're like thousands of miles away from your Northeast, safety net, and people are still coming out to shows, and the entire place sticks around to do meet and greets, and everybody's hyping you up, taking pictures, and then for me, seeing how funny like the whole team has become. I mean, there was a while there where it was just like me and you. Like, it was fine. We could have done it till we were dead, but like, it's just me and you talking. And I think these kind of shows are at their best when there's like a whole cast of characters and a whole team of people, where it's like, oh, this side character and this side character,
the sweaty girl,
the girl who sweats too much with their armpits soaking wet, the girl with the messed up nose and the sweaty armpits.
You don't understand how much Jackie sweats. It's crazy.
It's just.
No, I don't. There was a few times. It's hard when you're wearing No, I'm not gonna pop it off.
Why not?
Jackie, touch this guy. Reach this guy.
It's not a good.
It's not. You don't sweat that much. It's only been like 2 disastrous times in about 4 days. So
I'm going through like a sweating period.
I actually feel you on that. You go through a sweaty phase.
And you complain it's cold in here. Meanwhile, you are
pouring,
drenching your clothes.
Pouring.
But it's not. It's a sweaty period. It doesn't matter about.
It's like Van Gogh's blue period or whatever. Jackie's going through a blue phase, a sweaty phase.
Just a pit girl.
This girl's a pit. Show me your pits. Oh, Jackie, the girl on KFC Radio? Yeah, the one with the pits?
No,
who just fucking sweats, dog.
We had...
What's that girl's name? The sweaty one.
I thought we weren't going to bring this up on air. I thought this was like behind the scenes.
Nah. I might have said that, but I lied.
I mean, we now... I would put our podcast team up against any in the world.
I
like
would too.
Like from producers to side characters, editors, like the people, the best shows are the ones where it's like, everybody on the squad and they all have like play their role. And after kicking it for a week with these guys, I mean, it's a broader discussion that I think because if you're not doing a podcast, you're like, you can't relate, right? But anybody who has a group of friends, I think, can relate to this, where you ask yourself, are we different, or does everybody have this? Because you have those nights where you're shit-faced or you're high and you're hanging out and you're fucking dying laughing. You're rolling and you're like, this is literally one of the funniest things that's ever happened like in the world. And you're like, is this just us? Or does every, Joe, Dick, and Harry
I find myself in those situations enough where I say I think it's us.
I think but I don't know.
Look, here's the deal. It might happen to other people. What's happening is you might think it's the funniest thing in the world. It's not as funny as what's happening here.
Right. So that's the thing. I guess everyone has their moments where they feel, because you know what happens? What people will be like.
Can we pull up Dracarys, by the way?
Yeah. No, we're gonna tell. You already did it. Yeah. We'll tell the whole thing here. Yeah. But I think what happens is, you'll hear people be like, oh my God, the funniest thing happened. And they tell you the story and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
And then-
There's a very good chance this is you had to be there.
No, I don't think so though. I don't think so because just some of it. So the real there was two. The reason why I'm so happy about like this whole team is because, like I said, usually it's John and I, and this week, at least for our LA show, you could argue that like we didn't even need to take the stage on our final show. We could have just let Pabs and Jackie go up there with the shit that they were bringing to the table. So we go to California, right? And while we were in California, by the way, our whiskey dropped. On November 11th, we dropped our Whistle Pig whiskey, our KFC Radio single barrel limited edition, and we sold 1,000 bottles in a day. I don't know what the count's at now. I'm hoping it's even higher. I'm hoping we're pushing 2,000 bottles. I'm hoping we're pushing case after case after case. A lot of you are taking pictures and sending it in, showing us like that you got it at your local liquor store. It's very cool to see you guys have it like in hand. I want to see you guys.
In your local liquor stores now. It was taking a few days. If you can't get it online, first of all, check online, obviously.
WhistlePigWhiskey.com.
Yeah, I'll take a pull.
Yeah, it's just cool. Yeah, drink it, by the way. We saw people taking pictures of it like at the liquor store. I want to see pictures of you guys cracking it open, drinking it. It is our.
That's the official noise of it afterwards too.
It's our finest.
I still have no voice.
I know, man. You got nothing. It's our finest achievement to date, and I think the reason why Whistle Pig, took a chance on us is because of everything we described. Whistle Pig loves like very cult following groups. That's why they get down with like the ski community and snowboard community. And they came to us and were like, you guys have that like diehard following that we're looking for. So that's why they did the whiskey with us. And if you got the maple syrup, you can make yourself a little KFC Radio maple syrup old fashioned. But you can get it from the link in our YouTube right now, or go to whistlepigwhiskey.com. Or
truly get it and then tell us what you think. Like honest opinions, because I honestly think it's one of the best whiskeys I've ever had. One of the best rums I've ever had.
We did a lot of tastings.
Fucking really, really.
I think it'll be a whiskey that like a lot of people like, because it's just like that's usually what it comes down to with us, is we're kind of like the average guy, and what we like is what usually the masses like. So give it a try and get it for it's a great stocking stuffer. It's a great gift. It's a great Secret Santa. It's perfect for this holiday. So even if you don't care about it, but you need to check off the box to get something for your nephew or your uncle, your brother or your father or your sister. Girls drink whiskey too, or your coworker, Secret Santa, whatever. Get your KFC Radio Whistle Pig single barrel. But we went to the West Coast, and Jackie, as you know, went to school there, even though everyone in the world is convinced that she's an Italian from New Jersey because, well, that's what she seems like.
Because she sweats so much.
She sweats so much.
She sweats like an Italian sausage.
That's why she's always wearing those meat shirts.
Yeah.
Because she feels at one with the sausage.
It's a dual purpose of one, covering up the spit stains, and two, being like, this is what it's like inside right now. This is my skin.
Can you believe
inside is a sweaty Italian sausage?
Can you believe that fucking Italian sausage wants it to be warmer in here?
Yeah.
What would it be like if it was hot in here? She would be drenched.
You guys cannot start referring to me as the Italian sausage.
Jackie, the Italian sausage Nichols, starting at guard.
I want to go back to being girl.
So we asked Jackie to pick out to make reservations for us, like pick a cool spot. We had one night off. Every other night we did the show, but we had one night off in LA. Pick a spot for us.
I will give the Italian sausage this. I said it at like noon.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
like
a Friday night.
Friday night
So
in
it's
LA,
a little tougher
you're not
to
going to
get a
get like
reservation.
the best reservation in the world for 6 people.
Although, I feel like I could.
yeah,
Like if it was New York, I could get you a good reservation.
yeah,
Right?
and Jackie should be able to do that. And
I took
and
everything.
it's your job to call people and be like, we're a podcast. We're coming in, get
Excuse
us-
me, have you heard of podcasts?
Yeah,
We're
we have one.
Yeah.
So we start walking, and she decides to first take us through West Hollywood, aka the Times Square of Los Angeles. So that was great, walking by
Just did the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
the Panderers.
Got accosted
and,
by Zorro at one
yeah,
point.
it was either
Watched
homeless
children.
people begging for money, or Asian people like hitting you with something, trying to sell you shit, or children being abused by their parents.
Yeah, just being like, dance, kid, dance. It's like,
Yeah.
it's 11 p.m., Dad, I'm hungry. Like, get dinner after this. And entertain the Italian sausage.
So that was great while we walked through there. And then as we're like 5 minutes into the walk, Jackie turns to the crew and she goes, so you guys are okay with a little bit of a hill, right?
A little bit of a hike.
A little bit of a hike.
A little bit of a hike.
And I said, oh,
Which in my
God.
world means a walk.
Yeah, like a distance.
Like that's a hike. Like
Yeah.
that. Like
That
we
means
don't
it's a far
actually
distance.
hike. I didn't bring a carabiner.
Right.
Like it is. Like what do you mean? Like okay with a hike? Like that's like like a 15-minute walk. Yeah. It's a bit of a hike.
Yeah.
All right, I can do that.
It's a bit of a hike. And I said, oh, no, what does that mean? And then she was like, yeah, like this place is kind of far away. And it was like, but we're down for a walk. It's beautiful LA weather. It actually was perfect. It was like 60s, 70s. So it was like, you're fine. You're not hot. You're not cold. And then she's like, yeah.
Jackie was sweating, but everyone else was fine.
Naturally. She's like, there's a little bit of an incline. And I was like, well, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I was like, I've never had to be warned about an incline because like
Tiny little hill.
yeah, tiny little. Because here's the deal: like I've been alive and on this planet, and so I know that sometimes streets go up and down a little bit, and that's just how it goes. So if you feel the need to warn me about it, I'm now thinking we're gonna have to climb a motherfucking mountain wherever you're taking us. Nobody has ever been like, there's an incline coming your way that's
Yeah.
gonna be a problem. And she's doing it in this Jackie way that's like, I think we're in trouble here. And which is something she's done before. Like one time, real quick aside, we were in John's house in on the water, and she told everyone, let's go home and play drinking games with a deck of cards, and realized after that she didn't have a deck of cards, and that she had hyped it up to everybody the whole time, and everyone was pumped to go play, and she didn't have the deck of cards. And she does this Jackie thing where she writes a check that she can't cash, where she's like, so what do you think it would be like if we didn't have cards, you know? So she was doing it again with the hill. She's like, yeah, it's a little bit of a hill, and we're both like nervous, but like I think we can handle this. So the walk continues on, and eventually we hit this street that is just one of those steady inclines where you're like, it kind of huffing and puffing. And I was like, oh, all right. Here's the hill.
I was like, this is the hill.
This is the hill,
I
and
can
it sucks,
I was like,
and
you know what? I
I can do
appreciate
it.
the warning about this hill. I probably didn't need it. I probably could have handled this hill on my own.
How little do you think of me?
But-
But okay, thank
But
you.
very nice of her to warn about the incline. The gradient grade,
Yeah.
we'll call it. It was
Yeah.
a rather it
This
was a
was-
slow incline, but
this
it was
was like
it was noticeable.
If it were to rain, water would go would flow down this direction. And then as we're walking in the distance, there is a restaurant.
A castle. Not a castle.
It
looks like a castle.
A temple, if you will.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I was so worried it wasn't going to translate to video. Looking at this now, it
It's even
translates to
funnier.
video so
It's even
well.
funnier.
That isn't like you have to. That is in a different level. That is like that is at the height where the pilot would get on and say, "We've just about reached our cruising altitude. Wi-Fi should kick on." in a
You
minute."
can take off your seatbelt and walk around the cabin. You're free to walk around the cabin. That is, I described it as.
It looks like a UFO. There's so much.
It was
darkness
just
below
light
it.
in the dark.
Yeah.
I described it as base camp for Mount Everest. It was so far in the distance and so high in the air that we said, I don't even know how it came about, but it was like, LOL, imagine if that was the restaurant we were going to.
It was a funny
It was
joke.
a full-blown, like, knee slapper, dumb joke. It was low-hanging fruit. It was like, yeah, of course it won't be that restaurant.
It was actually like I told this story recently. The story where I took my friend to the Bahamas in the hospital, and he was like, "I'm gonna grab that fucking bloody rag and put it on his face." And then they came in and they were like,
They were
"I'm
gonna
use
put the
that
bloody rag."
Yeah.
It's like, this can't possibly
it's
be
like,
it.
shut up! Stop being a fucking idiot! Don't
Yeah.
fucking touch that.
That's how far away that restaurant was. And Jackie turns and starts laughing, so much so that she can't get any words out. And so I'm like, wait, are you trying to say that's it? Is that it? And through her like cackling and laughter, she's like, that's the restaurant. That's where we're going. And I just didn't believe it. I refused to believe it at first. It was so far in the distance and so high in the air. I think I said this a couple times, but I don't think I really made it clear. I was like, I don't know how we're going to get up there because it looks like a grass mountain. Like, are there roads that go up there? Is there stairs?
Jackie was like, "There is no safe passage up there, just so you know. There are streets, but they are filled with cars
and Billy Goat's on the side of a mountain.
Them, and there is no sidewalk.
There was no sidewalk, and exactly as John
It's
described
like ice road truckers, but in LA.
It looked like those roads in San Francisco where they're so steep you have to serpentine your way up.
Yeah.
And so we're like, you've got to be fucking kidding me, Jackie. And she's like, I went on a run here earlier today. I woke up at 4 a.m. I went for a run and I ran up to this spot. So like we're doing it now. I'm like, oh, I'm so happy that your insanely difficult workout was the place for our leisurely trip for dinner.
It was one of those things though where it's like once it was in play, you couldn't say no. Like, we have to walk up here because it is so absurd. We have to complete
see
the
this through.
story.
Yeah.
Right, like,
And
so
so
I'm gonna go to a little dive bar. No, I'm gonna climb a mountain and go to Yamashiro, whatever it's called.
Feidelberg's in
What
a
is it?
sweater.
Yeah, Yamashiro.
Yeah, I think so.
Feidelberg's in a sweater.
Pop that off real quick.
Pop the top on that.
Like 5 minutes in.
Like not even 5 minutes.
even
Immediately,
2
the moment I heard we were walking up a hill, I was
You
like,
had to
take my
prepare
clothes off.
yourself. Yeah.
It's like I do when we're going to go to the ocean. Like, well, I'm going to get naked. Like it's like
I'm gonna be covered in-
Like, I don't want to ruin these clothes right now because they're going to get so. You should take a page out of my book. Actually,
Yeah, this would be better for you.
These are going to get so wet with sweat. I want to wear them later.
Maybe your
So
armpits won't be drenched.
I'll take them off and I'll put them back on once I dry off.
I was walking with my fucking thumb out. I was trying to hitchhike our way up there. There was no sidewalks. There was no stairs. We just were walking on the side of the road. Like, and it's one of those moments I would really venture to guess, out of everyone on our level that, has as many downloads that we do or can sell as many tickets as we do and makes as much money and revenue as we do, nobody on that level has ever done something this like dirtbag. Like we were walking on the side of the road while cars were like vroom, vroom, like driving by. Like, what's with these homeless people on the side of the street?
I'll one up you. No one on any level has ever done that, and I know that for a fact because it was the first thing I asked the bartender when I got inside the restaurant. I waited outside, I fanned myself off, dried off. Write that down. And then I put my sweater back on, went into the bar. I asked the bartender, I forget his name. I said,
because by the way, because at this point Jackie is still like, yeah, it wasn't that bad, guys. She's trying to downplay it, and John asked this.
I walk into the bar and I said, excuse me, bartender, how many patrons, I used the word patrons. No, I said, what percentage of your patronage would you say walks up to this building? And he didn't miss a beat, looked me dead in the eye. Zero. I said, well, sir,
none.
I'd like you to introduce you to 5 people who just fucking did it. There's a group
Made
of 5.
history here.
He was like, what?
The first to
He was
ever
wondering why
summit.
we all ordered water at a bar. He's like, what a weird group of drunks who just stumbled in here. I'm like, can I have water? Like they came out of the desert. And he was like, and he actually put a little pep in his step once he heard we walked up there.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta get these
I gotta
waters
serve
fast
these
before
people.
they pass out.
5 fucking morons drenched in sweat, huffing and puffing. I went down to the bathroom and I was immediately toweling myself off. Some dude walked in, probably for sure thought I was like an addict or something. Whoa, clientele at this place has gone downhill real fast. I'm sitting there sweating like.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I walked into the bathroom after you. You had a better experience than I did because the first thing I saw when I walked in the bathroom was about a 3-year-old girl.
In the men's room?
In the men's room, yeah. Talk about panic setting in.
That's the last thing you want to get stuck with. You're like,
I took a wrong turn.
I
dude.
would put my hands up. I don't know what this is.
I didn't put my hands up. I put them on the wall. I was like, all right, you got it. I came into the children's bathroom, and luckily, to finish that story real quick, her dad was there. I turned the corner right after her, and I was like, thank God, okay.
So we went back to our children. And we had a couple cocktails. So Jackie wanted to bring us to this place for drinks. That was like a nice view. Not a very great view at all. Not a good view.
It's a great view.
It's not. This isn't your fault. There just aren't views in LA.
You definitely took us. I mean, obviously, you took us to the top of a mountain.
yeah.
So we
if
could
there
see
was a
things.
view to be had, we would have.
We
seen
could
it.
see for miles.
It's just like
there's not that much there.
the only thing we
let
could
me
see
tell
was
you
a
something.
sign that said trailer park.
Let me tell you something about Los Angeles. I don't think Los Angeles has anything. I don't think they do. I don't think they.
Well,
have
they have a
anything.
lot of Danny Trejo stuff.
Yeah, that is
Danny
for sure. You
Trejo's
go to West
making
Hollywood, everything is a Danny Trejo labeled.
Danny Trejo's Cantina, Danny Trejo's Coffee and Donuts, Danny Trejo's merch, Danny Trejo's
Bar,
hot sauce.
everything.
Was there Danny Trejo's bar too?
Sure.
It was
Clubs, bars,
everywhere in
Danny Trejo.
WeHo. That's what we call West Hollywood. Everywhere in WeHo was Danny Trejo's face. It was insane.
I think that Los Angeles is one gigantic Emperor's New Clothes City, and everybody tells each other that they're living the dream and killing it. Like, there's the famous people for sure.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Everyone after that, they're like, I don't think there's that many cool bars or restaurants or clubs or anything and or anything cool to see. And it's just like, this place kind of sucks. And there's
I
not
think
really,
I think that's the pretty resounding feeling on LA. Is like it kind of sucks.
yeah, like it's the weather. You have the weather. That's it. That's
Even
it.
The weather's all right. It's a little cold, to be honest.
No, I thought it was perfect. I was cool with that weather.
It was nice. It was nice.
The weather to me was all good, and then the rest is just like, this kind of sucks. Whereas, as much as I usually rag on New York, like
we've only been there for like 48 hours max. I'm sure there are nice areas.
I doubt it. I really doubt it. I really don't think so. I really think that everybody would be like struggling to show me something cool other than like the weather.
Yeah.
Because also, you take me anywhere where it's like, look at this beautiful sunset when it's like 70 degrees. It's like, yeah. All right, fine. But as much as I do hate New York and I always rag on it, like there's a million places you could take me, like in the drop of a hat. That's like, oh, this bar has like character. This is cool. Even
We did go to the New Girl bar. That was cool.
that was cool.
That was cool.
That place was cool, not
Yeah.
only because it's the New Girl bar, but it also like is a cool spot.
Also,
but
it's a
even
Korean
I
restaurant.
thought when we went to Yamimoto or whatever, I was like, oh, this is clearly like a tourist trap.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
I
like
felt like I was at Disney World.
It was like a hibachi.
It was like I was in Epcot.
We're at the
Yeah,
Japan
yeah.
Epcot spot,
Yeah.
and then
I've been to I think I went to the Chinese restaurant in Epcot. Very similar to
felt
it.
like I went to. There's a Japanese steakhouse, Ito's. It's a hibachi place near my high school. Like I felt like I went there, and then when
one of the waiters walked up to me and was like, "This place sucks."
Yeah. But then when we did our live show, I was like, that place like sucks, right? And everyone was like, no, this place is awesome.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, okay, this city sucks. Anyway, so Jackie then takes us to a dinner spot, which
Electric Owl.
which at first it looked very much like she took us to the fancy place for like the quick drink beginning, and then took us to like a bar for dinner. Because when you first walk in there, it looks like a dive bar, and I was just ragging on her like, let me have the nachos, please. But that ended up being like a nice.
I quite enjoyed the
menu.
burger.
Yeah.
I will say that.
But by that point, Jackie had a couple martinis.
Jackie was one touch an espresso.
If you think that you drink fast, like there's like the professional like Joey Chestnut people who can like chug for a living.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, she's not that, but she's like right beneath it. Like I remember way back in the day. Did you come down for the Irish truck bomb challenge? I don't think you were in that. That was early Barstool, New York. I did it at Tin Lizzy. These two guys, instead of doing car bombs, they do truck bombs, meaning instead of dropping a shot glass into a pint glass, you drop a pint glass into a pitcher. So it was a pint glass of half whiskey, half Baileys, and you drop it into a pitcher of Guinness, and they drank them in like 6.1 seconds.
What the?
It's like... It was like Pat McAfee times 10. It was like, it was the guy's nickname was I Drink in My Sleep versus Moose the Carpet Pisser. and they came to Tin Lizzy, and we had the whole back section. If you ever went to Tin Lizzy, R.I.P. We had it like kind of like roped off, like side by side, table to table, face off. And I did like a whole intro, you know, like a walking to the ring sort of thing. And it was like, all right, like 3, 2, 1, go, and it was done in 6 seconds. I was like, oh,
That's fucking
okay,
bananas.
that's it. So she can't like chug professionally, but like I was like still sipping my martini to the point that it was high enough that it was gonna spill, and her shit was gone.
I think that like my average time, like if you like, there's the people who can chug, and that will like lower their average time. But I think my average time of drinking everything, I think I might be the fastest drinker.
I think you might be because you're not
I'll
intentionally
give you a run for
chugging.
your money on that.
I think
always
if you're
hold
not competitively, like I'm trying to drink it faster than you. If it's just like you're sitting there drinking, I think she's the fastest drinker on the planet.
That's why I always spend so much money in bars, is because I drink the fastest. Because
You loop people, you lap people,
and
you know?
then, but like I'm not gonna go to the bar and fucking get a drink by myself. So I'm like, anyone need one? And everyone's like, I got a few sips left. I'll be done by the time you get back.
Yeah.
So I come back with a full round, and then they have to finish theirs, and I'm like,
there we go. Yep.
Because it's just like. It's a safety blanket.
Right.
It is like when
I don't know what to do with my
when
hands, I don't
Something I
know.
say doesn't get a laugh, or when I don't know how to reply to something, I
gotta
have to
drink.
buy myself some time.
And guess what? That happens often.
It's when you have crippling anxiety, it is something you lean on quite a bit.
So at this point, Jackie also has the drunk eyes, big time.
Every time Jackie finishes a drink too, she knows that she finished before you, and she does a little shake.
Yes.
Oh
She's like, I'm just drunk with my drink over here. Look at this empty drink I got in my hands.
I was gonna say, I think it's a competition for her all the time because she always brings up how she beats us, and it's like we are just doing a happy hour.
We're just trying to sip here, bitch. So now she's got the drunk eyes going, and when Jackie's drunk, we gotta sneak some cameras in somehow and get the Jackie drunk show, because that is the funniest routine on the planet. it's comedic genius. I'm not even kidding. Like, I was sober for most of the night, and I was howling laughing. And
I was drunk and I was laughing, so it works for both.
And she proceeds to tell us this story about the Griffiths Observatory where she was almost date raped, and the laughs got so high, the laughs got so loud, and all of a sudden this noise comes out.
I would say emanates.
Yeah. This noise emanates from the cockles of her heart.
Of the fucking Italian sausage.
Let's hopefully
This is exactly how you think. This is how an Italian sausage would laugh.
The
I'm not kidding, that was maybe the funniest moment of my whole life.
Going.
Oh my god, this is even happening. Oh, good, I'm doing that.
Run it back. Now that you know what you're listening for.
I'm not kidding, that was maybe the funniest moment of my whole life.
Your laugh is just as good. I don't think I've ever heard you laugh that hard in my life. I was like, it sounds...
Jackie, you have emphysema.
You got worse than that. You've got like asbestosis. You got to get a class action lawsuit. The only sound I've ever heard that I can even compare it to is the Grape Lady viral video.
Yeah,
when she falls over and she's like, it's
I guess the next morning, like, I didn't really fully remember that, and all I remembered was saying, like, I'm a lady. Like, I think it's because, like, the laugh was so unladylike.
It was so Italian sauce.
It was
like you guys were all talking about how you love was it
Sausage
Party?
Party? Yeah.
That we should send that clip to Seth Rogen and be like, hey, if you're introducing a new sausage, we think
make it have this sound.
This laugh would be pretty good for it,
dude. And these are things like, so, you know, I'm sure many groups have sat around and somebody had a funny laugh and a funny moment, but the five of us at this restaurant, Jackie barking like a seal while we're acting like it's the dunk contest, like we're falling over, holding each other back. It's like when David Blaine does magic tricks for an NFL locker room. Like, we are falling over chairs. There are people on a date, there's people like just like parents, there's everybody trying to have a nice dinner, and there's Jackie going while we howl laughing. And I thought it was just something like that had just happened, like, in the moment. I don't know, like, you were sick, we've been talking a lot, whatever. But no, this is something Jackie always does. Paz was like, you guys haven't heard this yet? You hadn't heard it yet, right?
I'd never.
So I think this is something that comes out after a few drinks and when we're really letting it rip. When like Jackie, when girls are always like, I have an alter ego. Jackie has another side to her that's like the non-professional side.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. It's so funny. And so now we heard that sound. So now she's Jackie because she sounds like a fucking dragon. I want to be able to point to her and just go, Dracarys. And she goes,
Give it to me one more time.
I'm not kidding, that was maybe the funniest moment of my whole life.
That's wait. Okay, I want to break it down because there's a cough laugh. And then you think it's gonna end, and then this second noise comes out. I'm so happy it actually translates because it was about. I was afraid it was gonna be something like you had to be there, but I think it comes through.
Pounding the table, like, it's still going.
Yeah, it's that second little crescendo where it goes for another like 5 seconds. Hit it again. Right here stops, and then. It sounds like someone who got like hit in the throat, right? It is. It's so good. And then, but no. Apparently, this has been going on since she was in the 4th fucking grade. When it actually, when people ask, like, how do you get a job here or whatever, and it's kind of like, I don't know. There's no answer, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it seems like there's not even a formula, but like there is, and it's not an intentional one. But when Jackie tells you that she now does a dragon noise when she laughs, because when she was in the 4th grade, people used to pull on her hair and she would make a honking noise and people just used to do it to her so much, and because she was just like the sad clown who had to perform for the audience all the time, she just did it every single time someone tugged on her ponytail, to the point that the doctor said
It is, but it is like
But it is, that's
you've
like-
had a lifetime of entertainment.
yes, like even
you've
when you
been-
didn't, even when you weren't like intending to do it, you were in the 4th grade being like, I'm the clown. I want to know what the original sound was like. She can't even do it anymore
You
because
can't
her
do it anymore
vocal.
'cause you bleed vocal
She said her vocal cords got fried because in the 4th grade. Imagine people just
A little bit more gusto to it.
Yeah.
give it
a try,
an attempt.
No.
Yeah.
Come on, sweaty. Imagine people just walking up to Jackie and pulling her ponytail like a church bell, and just ding dong, and every time she just has to bellow that out to the point that 20 years later she's fucking barking at the restaurant. I've never laughed so fucking hard, man. It was one of those moments where I was like, we got it. Like, this team needs to put out more content. We need to be writing. We need to be recording. We need a fucking reality show. We need cameras at all times. And that was like, then we finished up the night, hotel bar, rooftop bar, fun time, nothing crazy. Wake up the next morning to find out.
We did play categories. I don't know. If
Categories is one that
got off the rails.
that won't
Yeah,
translate.
yeah, categories, yeah,
Jackie,
yeah.
drunk Jackie playing categories turned into Norm Macdonald's.
Yeah.
And I know that's high praise, but she
First of all, she sucked at it, and then she started getting good. Like what bar was that where you like? It was me, you, and Paz, and Nick
The
too.
Danny Trejo bar.
Oh, that was Danny Trejo, where
Yeah.
you're like states, and like you were out in colors, and you were out in like both times we went around once, and it got back to you. And
you
like, I don't have
you
anything
said your own word once. You started. You were like states, California, and by the time I got back to you, you were like California.
else. We were playing with 5 people. It took 3 seconds to get back to you.
But then when she was drunk, she started coming up with more like hypothetical categories. So it was things you say when you found something that you thought was lost. And so it started with like, oh, fuck, there it is. And like, oh, wow, I didn't think I was going to find that. And the rest of us like, I don't know what we're doing. And then it got back to Jackie, and she put on like a 5-minute soliloquy about a girl who found something in an attic in a box that was labeled things not here. And you won't understand it, but
It wasn't in the first box.
It
Then
was-
they found the second box. It said it was here, and it just
when it
kept
wasn't in the
going.
second box, the house came down. It was actually in a third box, and it was just this like Family Guy joke that went on so long it became like comedic genius. That was too funny. You had to be there for that though. But we
When
go
that
back
ended,
to
she looked at me. She goes, "Okay, you're up."
the yeah, like that, like nothing, like
She
that's
got
just
to the
par for
4th
course.
box. I was like, "There's no fucking way."
So then we finished the night at the bar, and we wake up the next morning. It's time to get some breakfast, and I thought nothing of the night. Just thought it was standard, other than the laughs. And that's when Pav says, he's like, I got a story to tell, and I don't know if I should tell it until the whole gang is together. And I was like, fuck that, you're telling me now. And boy, did you have yourself an after party.
Worst night of my life.
That's what he said to me. He goes, I had it was the worst experience of my life as a man. And I'm thinking like he took a girl home and something embarrassing happened like in bed or whatever. I'm like, we all been there before. Oh, no. This was much more public.
Like, we got pretty banged up the night before. I was pretty banged up at least,
Yeah.
and I went to bed. And like, I've never slept walk my entire life. Besides, that was my first time that night. And so me and John had a nightcap. I go up, don't really like remember just like knocking out, but I fell asleep. And then I woke up, I guess 2 hours later, in the hallway of the hotel room trying to get into somebody's door. And then I just wake up to them locking the door and saying, "Go the fuck away." And right there, that's embarrassing enough. But then I look down and I realize that I'm in my underwear with no key card to get back in.
Nightmare.
So I just it's like 4 a.m, so I decided to just sit outside my hotel room and just like wait till the morning, which like you guys said was not a good idea. I was like wait for everybody to wake up to see me. So then like
yeah, that is some crazy like drunk logic. Like,
But
I'll wait till the sun's up and I'll be normal.
I do also get the feeling though of like I will do whatever it takes to not go downstairs.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But you know,
Because-
I mean, again, you're drunk, so it's not really, but like you're gonna have to go down at some point.
Well, yes, but I like the funny thing was me, Jackie, and Paz were all on the same floor. So if I had just walked out, I could have gone down for him.
Yeah.
You know, like we could have done something. But yeah, the better play would have been like, let me sneak downstairs while no one is around.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So I go on. It's so cold. I'm sitting there for like 20 minutes. I'm like, I just can't this can't go on any longer. So I decided to like go into the elevator, take it downstairs, get a key card real quick, get
Take
back
my
up.
medicine and do it. Yeah.
So then the guy in the front desk, like it's 4 a.m, the guy in the front desk isn't gonna judge me that much, like whatever. So I go into the elevator, click the lobby, but it goes up to the rooftop bar.
Because if I may interrupt, fucking elevators in hotels now are goddamn bullshit, where you have to use your key card to get to different floors and shit like that. And obviously this is a different situation where Paz just didn't have his key card, but 99% of the time I get in the elevator and I forgot that you have to have your key card out. So I get in the elevator and I'm like, oh fuck, I start fumbling around for my wallet and I'm like, ah shit, it's in this pocket, I'm looking for the key card. Guess what? Elevator starts moving on me. Wrong direction, not the direction I wanted to go, because I didn't know I needed to have my key card out. Now I sent a complaint about this on the internet, and very quickly multiple hotel managers got back to me, which was a little bullshit. And they're like, actually dude, it's to prevent sex trafficking and prostitution. And I was like, first of all, stop being a little bitch about prostitution.
I was gonna say, fuck that.
Second of all,
stop trying to make it harder for the ladies of the night.
yeah. Second of all, I also want to prevent sex trafficking, but at what cost? Like, it is mildly annoying for me every time I get in. And I spend not a lot of time in hotels, but we're in hotels
Enough, yeah.
a couple times a month where it's like, all right, this is kind of a pain in the ass. Just let me click my button and go to my fucking floor.
Wow.
Or at the very least, and this would be of no help to Pabs in this situation, like after 11 p.m., maybe you do the key card.
Well,
But
that's
like
when the sex trafficking happens.
During the day, well, too bad. they gamed the system then.
they figured it
Call
out.
the fucking loophole, Kevin. Paz, continue.
Dude,
I'm sorry to
you
interrupt.
must when you feel the elevator go whoop, that way,
Yeah,
that way
when
you
I'm
must have been
fully
like,
clothed.
oh, no,
I'm like,
oh, no.
motherfucker.
Right.
Let alone when I'm in my goddamn underpants.
And I'm
rush
thinking, like,
of
it's so late. Like, there's
anxiety.
no way anybody's up. And like you said, they do that to stop sexual
sex
sex trafficking. They actually cause sexual molestation in my case here.
yeah.
They're not doing. It's not doing
Wait. When it's going up, did the light light up? Like, did you know
No,
where
it
you're
didn't,
going?
it
So at
didn't.
that point, I'm thinking like, please stop at 7.
yeah,
Please
yeah,
stop
no.
at 7,
I
and
was-
then it goes
I was
7,
pressing the button.
8.
I was just like-
Yeah.
I think I hit the master key, and that's why it took so long to get back down because I pressed every button. I forgot to bring that up.
So every button's pushed, and you're going up
And I'm
to the
going up, and I'm
rooftop
like,
bar.
Maybe there's like somebody's cleaning up there, like it's fucking late, and then the doors open, and out come 20 girls leaving the bar at the same time because the bar was closing. 20 girls come in. I'm like, maybe I can just like hide in plain sight. I was like, I'm gonna go in the corner and maybe they're drunk and they won't notice. They noticed.
Were you
They noticed the man in underwear in the elevator?
I was
like,
don't mind me.
Good evening, ladies.
They didn't. They minded me. And that was like, I would say 3-minute elevator trip down because, like I said, I stopped every button. I pushed every button.
God.
And for 3 minutes, I was touched at every single part of my body.
Just sexually molested,
This
man.
is a problem. We're just laughing. Like, if it was a girl who was like, I came down 7 floors, it took 3 minutes because I hit every button, and men just groped me for 3 straight
Bro.
minutes. A long time to be groped. 3 minutes is a long time for anything. For a groping?
Minutes of groping?
3 minutes of groping is a lot. I'll argue too much groping.
I would say too much. If a chick was just standing in the corner of an elevator in her bra and thong getting rubbed by dudes.
Bro, I'd like have my shirt off. I'd be like holding it in front
Right,
of her.
right,
like,
right.
Like, here, do you want my clothes?
Instead,
Like,
because there is was there like a
An
elevator
emergency?
man too? Like,
Oh yeah, there was an elevator man.
yeah.
He was
So
just
that
like-
guy's.
He
gotta
said, "Dude, why are
fucking-
your fucking clothes off?" I was like, "Clearly, I don't want to be. I'm saying no."
So a bunch of drunk chicks sexually molesting Pavs down to the fucking lobby, where then he's got to get his key. And again, I would think at that point you're out of the woods too, because like that's the last people from the bar leaving.
Like this guy's gonna see me. The guy behind the desk gonna see me. He's gonna like maybe like bring me to the back.
Yeah,
give me a towel or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
He's like, "Wait a minute, you stay right there. What's going on?" Like, and then I like if that's not bad enough, I realize I'm gonna have to wait for my key card, and I turn around and realize that there's 40 people with cameras out, all videotaping me in my underwear. And I forgot I mentioned before that it was cold. So you know what that is.
Yeah.
You know exactly what that is.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it's a different story if you're fucking packing and you look great. I'd be like, yeah, whatever. For me over here, I'd be like, please put away your phones.
So this guy's just like making me do a security check, like asking me questions. Who'd you come with? What's company are you with? It took like 5 minutes for me to get a key card, and everybody is just videotaping me, flashes on, screaming, Put your pants back on. Why are you in your underwear? They call me underwear boy.
We got the Italian sausage and underwear boy. The Adventures of KFC Radio. Somebody make me a comic book cover of that. KFC Radio with the Italian sausage and the comic book, the naked.
I called this girl who's a friend of mine the next morning, and I was like, just want to let you know, like this crazy thing happened to me last night. Like I got into an elevator, like with my underwear on, blah, blah, like 20 girls started like harassing me, like touching me everywhere. It's like, that's fucking hilarious. Like imagine if that was the other way around. If she would have come like 20 guys touched me while I was in my underwear.
It is such, the double standard is crazy.
On a work
dude.
trip, nonetheless. she would have been set financially for life.
Yeah.
Here it's like you're gonna get a microphone.
I was gonna say
that's
great news, Baz. So we are now on a quest to find some of that footage.
Yeah.
Because somebody somewhere 6 degrees of separation is gonna know somebody. If you were out in West Hollywood, if you were at the Tommy Hollywood
It's called Desert 5
Hotel,
Spot was
Desert
the bar-
number
was the
5.
bar.
Yeah, Desert 5 Spot was the
It's
rooftop
also
bar.
known as the highlight room, which I just found out.
The
so I'm
highlight
searching
room.
right now.
Somebody's got it, and this was what night? This was Friday night.
Friday night.
So
Saturday. No, Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah.
Friday night. Last week. If you know somebody who was out in that area, just start asking around. We'll crowdsource this, because oh my god, if like in a week from now we find that footage,
It has to be out there.
I mean, it's got to be on somebody's story or archive somewhere. Somebody posted it somewhere.
What's funny is like it's now that I've been introduced to the world of like findom and like sexual accumulation. That's probably somebody's like wet dream.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that's like they're gonna like.
Now
jump
that
off
I've
to
been
that
introduced to
story
the world
right
of
then.
findom and sexual humiliation.
You have been 100% corrupted as a person. Came out here.
The best part of all that, not the best part, but a funny part of all that is after I went, Kevin texted me, I was at the gym Saturday morning, and Kevin texted me, he's like, yo, Pabs has a story. And like anyone who's at the gym, I'm looking for any excuse to leave, so I just fucking left and went to meet them at breakfast, and I forgot my key card in the gym. And so I walk into the hotel lobby in the morning, right after the breakfast, and I was like, hey man, I forgot my key card, room 506. And like, I don't think I broke stride. Like I
no
I
problems.
said it to the guy as I was walking in. He was like, "Yep," boop, boop. And I just went by the desk, grabbed it, and walked in. Didn't ask me a single. In fact, I would have liked him to ask more questions, because later in the night at our live show, I said the exact my room number and hotel we were staying in.
That was great. You dumb fucking idiot. I almost did the same thing, but I caught myself, and then you did the after party at Feidelberg's place.
Yeah, I was like, I said 506 earlier in the night,
And then you said Tommy
and then
Hollywood.
I was like, yeah, it was Tommy Hollywood. Fuck.
It was quite the trip, man. And that's the kind of shit, like, I can't even imagine if we were on the road like 50 weeks a year. Although I kind of like it like that. I also think you do it that often and it stops becoming as fun. It starts becoming work. Like when we do it sparingly, it's a blast every time, and like all the laughs kind of build up. But it just seems like there's always something.
Yeah. Oh.
It's never just like, yeah, we did
When
our
you
shows,
put together a bunch of
Dumb
immature drunks. Yeah, fucked up shit happens. This was the fucking recipe for reality television for 25 years.
Seriously. I mean, if there was a camera
Can
on,
we have a bunch of childless drunks and we'll feed them alcohol?
we would have had like
Fucked up stuff happens.
We would have had a season premiere and finale with like what was going on. Like Yeah, but then I sit around. I'm like, I am an adult. I have kids. What am I doing? The only experience I had, I think I got totally like LA'd by a guy. We were at the rooftop bar, and shout out to whoever was DJing at that Desert 5 spot Saturday night. This dude went on a run of, I'm not even kidding, 40 straight songs, 30 straight songs. It was like a power hour of music where it was like 35 seconds of like song after song after song from the 90s that all fucking smashed. And they were all very similar. Like it went from like, similar like guitar riffs and type songs. Everybody knew the words to every song. We were rocking. And there was this dude who was, if David Blaine was more of a magician, if you can imagine that. If David Blaine was more dramatic, he had like a black duster on, a wife beater, chains and tats, bleached
Shaved
blonde
and
hair, shaved and bleached. And we were kind of watching him, like he was kind of like in the crew next to us, and he was just a vibe. He was rocking out, singing. He was dancing with some chick with like big lips and big tits, but then all of a sudden he started dancing with a dude. I was like, somebody's getting fucked tonight. I don't know if it's a guy, it's a girl, maybe all of them. This guy is just, it was like watching like fucking Lenny Kravitz rock, you know what I mean? It was like, wow, this guy is a sexual whirlwind. So we were all like crushing on this guy a little bit. And then we end up kind of like, the place gets more and more crowded. We're kind of like next to each other. And he goes to me, yo, Kevin. And I was like, oh my God, what? And I'm thinking he just kind of knows me from Barstool or whatever. And I was like, oh, wow, that's funny. I just wouldn't think it. But he says to me, it's been a while since I've seen you, man. And I was like, okay, yeah. What? Like, it was something, he was definitely acting like we knew each other, and like we knew each other from like high school, it almost seemed like. Like I started to look at him being like, are you, like one of my buddies from like freshman year of high school who just became this like fucking rock dude? And I think what happened was like somebody in his crew recognized me, and he just went up to me and like played me because he was like, yo, let me get your Instagram. And I like started showing him, and he wasn't following me. Didn't know, clearly doesn't know me that well if he's not following me, but just played like so LA, like, yeah, man, like I'm somebody, you're somebody, let's talk.
Let's fuck.
And I
I'm somebody, you're somebody, you want to fuck my wife?
The corner's all set up downstairs. I got this naked guy in the elevator. We're all ready for it. Let's go. What a fucking city,
dude,
man.
Kevin did pull one of the most fucking coolest moves I've ever been a part of, and it's both coolest and like old man moves I've ever been a part of in my life, dude. So we're as we mentioned, we're dancing like this 90s music, and we're all in our own little circle, just kind of fucking hammering around, going nuts. And Kevin at one point just reaches across everyone and hands me a phone like it's a Molly tab. like, here you go, babe.
Yeah.
And it's open to seamless to a Mexican restaurant. I was like, yes! I put in my order, just hand the phone back to him. Kept on. I was like, half hour left. I'm going to go be downstairs eating Mexican food. Yeah. Fucking right, baby.
The food ended up being absolutely terrible. But it was like I could tell we were fading. I knew the party was coming to an end, and I wanted to finish on a strong note and then also have food ready for me. So I was like, this is it. We've got about a half hour left. This will take 20 minutes to deliver. This will be perfect. Jackie was dead. She was sitting in the middle. She was just a corpse, like in the middle, while we just danced around her, like singing songs. I was like balancing beers on her head and shit like that. She was just like a prop to play with at that point. And yeah, but the food, I mean, I watched John get, probably what I would have to be like a fourth wind by this point, after our show, after the after party, after the after party. I mean, he was like he came back to life, just knowing that a burrito was at the finish line. It was like, it might have well been a bump of Coke. Yeah. Like, guys, next time you feel like you need Coke, just order food. The light at the end of the tunnel will be there for you. Yeah, so it was like a fucking, it was like it was like watching. We need a reality TV show. We need cameras at all time. Live entertainment. There's nothing like it. If you want to go see live entertainment, whether it's sports, comedy, music, anything live on stage, Game Time has got you covered. You're gonna need it for Taylor Swift because that shit sold out and people she crashed Ticketmaster and people can't get tickets to the tour. So whether you want to go see Taylor, or if you're going to see us or anybody, your favorite team, basketball team, hockey team, football team, anybody that's on the field or on the stage.
Might want to go see the 14-2 Boston Bruins. Fucking dynamos. True or false, they're a problem. Oh, they're a problem, brother.
They're gonna be a problem.
They're a big time fucking problem. They are. So I mean, obviously, advanced analytics are not the real deal, and I mean, they're a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Right? They're a piece of the puzzle. They have two of the best defensemen in the NHL right now. Okay, they have a bunch of the best goal scorers in the NHL. They have already right now a greater than 99% chance to make the playoffs. They are. This is like the Athletics analytics. They have a 20% chance to win the Stanley Cup. Again, that's
crazy,
right? But
you have a bad week and that drops to like 3. You know what I mean?
Currently, now, the Athletic with I don't know the formula. It is like a
goals scored versus goals against and all that.
Has
shit.
them as a 20% chance to win the cup.
That's crazy.
There are 30 teams in the NHL.
Yeah, that's bananas.
They're a 1 in 5 shot.
That is nuts. If you haven't given Game Time a shot yet, here's what you do: download the Game Time app, go to the account tab, click Create a Login, redeem code KFC at checkout for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download the Game Time app, create the login, use code KFC at checkout, get $20 off your first purchase. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. 1 Minute Man, KFC Radio Edition. We're going to rattle through the topics of the week. Some of them we already touched upon with Akash on the Tuesday episode. If you haven't heard that, go give it a listen. Akash is hilarious. But we begin with what I think is probably the most interesting and intriguing thing in Hollywood right now. Harvey Weinstein's dick.
Harvey Weinstein's penis is
gotta see it.
Must see TV.
I gotta see this guy's dick.
Yeah. I mean,
I gotta see this rapist dick.
I've never wanted this. I've been in a room with more dick than most people. I've seen more dicks than 99% of straight men. I think.
Definitely.
Like I've been within grabbing distance of more dicks than 99% of straight men. I never seen a cock like this, dog.
Well,
I ain't never seen a cock like this. And I'll say this: most cocks, weird looking.
Weird.
Not and I don't mean that in the sense that all 100% of cocks are weird looking.
All cocks.
I mean,
are not
99% of them
equal.
are a little fucked up.
Yeah.
And this, like I see, they're whether it be they're miscolored. I had one buddy whose dick looked like a zebra. It was crazy.
Like striped?
Striped as hell. We used to make him fucking stretch it out so we could see the stripes get longer. It was real weird stuff.
I think I'll be honest. I think the only thing I got going for me is that I got a normal dick. I do have the Neapolitan ice cream, the 3 colors, but I think the only thing is that I've got a nice looking dick.
Bro, if you fucking walked into a police precinct and you said, "This dude just showed me his dick," and they said, "Can you describe it for us?" and they had a fucking artist draw it, they'd be like, "This is the most. We're never gonna find this guy in a million years. This is just a dick.
This is just a
This is a dick." But what they don't know is that most of them are fucked up looking.
Right.
They're curved and they're fucking striped and they're miscolored.
yeah.
And they're fucking.
Some
fucking
have
weird
hoods, and
looking.
some don't, and some have lumps. And
My dick
bumps
is a
and-
dick, dude.
Just a fucking cock.
Just fucking.
No, you know what though? It's not. It's a dick.
It's a dick.
Because I was saying the
Yeah.
other day, I was talking to Mike Cannon, who will be. Oh, never mind. I was talking to Mike Cannon about Pete Davidson, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, you're tall, you're funny, and you got the most heart-wrenching, tug on your heartstrings background story of all time." And I said, "Yeah, and a cock," and he has a cock.
Yeah.
We don't have a cock.
No, I got a dick.
We don't. I don't even know we have a dick. We might have penises.
I got a dick, dude.
We might have penises. You got a dick?
It fucking looks like a dick.
I might have a penis.
A penis. I think little boys have penises. I think little boys have penises.
You think I got a little boy dick?
I think once you hit puberty, you got a dick.
You hope you have a dick.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it goes penis, dick, cock.
For sure.
And he's got a cock.
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
have a cock.
yeah.
And
No,
then there's Harvey Weinstein, who's off. It goes like this. It goes like penis. It goes like cock, dick, penis, and then all the way down and like off the screen is what Harvey Weinstein has. And it's described. I'm going to describe it as an appendage.
It to me it sounds like a punishment like from like the Bible.
Yeah,
where it's like
they scored him and like
it's
burned him.
It's
or,
something that was done to you
or
in
he
medieval time.
Or he didn't evolve. Like those guys who have like a tail.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like this
yeah.
is like if your dick didn't evolve to a human dick.
It has been described as
Wait, here it is. I got the whole list.
okay.
Quote, fish-like.
Fish-like,
I
yeah.
don't know what a fish dick
I
looks
have
like.
no idea what a
Google
fish
fish dick, please.
I
Fish
think I have an
penis.
idea of what this looks like. I think I've.
What do you
seen-
do? You fucking you got fish dicks in your life?
No, I've seen it on Twitter before. What
A fish dick.
I think you have
'Cause
to go-
where does it, like,
we're looking scientific here. I think you have to pop penis in there.
I think that's what I see. Sea penis.
No. That's a fish that looks like a
fish
dick.
looks I want to see a fish's dick.
That's like a C. Yeah, like we need to see
Again, I think
fish penis.
You have to put penis in there.
'Cause
Again,
see
we're
that-
doing
see
this
that
for
thing-
science.
That thing that it's circled, like they're circling it, is these are all just things that look like dicks.
Yeah.
Type in like a type of fish, like trout's penis.
Oh, that's Stefan's dad's name.
Oh, you can't do this because now I'm gonna find Mike Trout.
See, look at that. Okay, that's like it's just a little dangly thing. Oh, that looks like
that was more like a nipple than anything.
yeah. But I guess my thing is like that this was Gavin Newsom's wife. What
Right.
does she know what fish dicks look
Yeah,
like?
yeah.
You out here fishing, honey?
Like the sound of the capistrano.
Um,
What does a fish penis look like? There you go. That's gonna get us an answer.
yeah, I think it's just a little thing that drops down. It looks like a fin almost.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
I think she
quite
meant,
nondescript.
I think she meant more like it looks like one of those fish animals, like those things that look like a dick.
that. Like that. Oh, it's definitely gray.
Another one. So it looks like a
Harvey
fish.
Weinstein's penis looks like it's smoked for 40 years.
It looked like it had been chopped off and sewn back on.
Yeah. I got a buddy whose dick looks like that too.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Like stitches
I
and
got
shit?
a buddy.
Like,
No.
like
just
it looks like it belongs to another body?
It looked like it just has like it almost looks like, so you know how like your fucking base just connects to your fucking pelvis?
Yeah.
It looked like there was like an extra piece of skin
Sure, I
before
get
the
that.
base starts.
I get that. Yeah.
Where it's
You
like,
need like a smooth blend in.
like almost like a balloon. Like you say you're holding the balloon and there's like the little part right here. Like
Yep.
the fucking
Yeah.
And then then it got longer after that.
Right.
That little part you're like, what is that?
What- yeah, what's wrong there?
that
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen all these dicks before.
How about
Mind you, I want to be clear. I played hockey. I'm talking about hockey locker.
Yeah, I'm not fucking these dicks. As far as we know. One said, quote, I didn't really see a full sack. I literally just saw a penis. So there's nothing underneath it as well. Because we also found out that he had his balls, and this was like confirmed by like multiple people, by the way. He's had his balls taken off and put inside of his thighs.
Is there a reason?
Yeah,
for that?
yeah.
God, I would
it's,
I would smash my fucking balls so often.
It's
Motherfucker
called
can't even do a
something.
jumping jack.
It's like this is what we do when you have this disease, like to your testicles, inside legs disease. It's a thing that like this is how they do it. Because you've seen things like that before, like they like grow an ear on your arm and shit like that.
This is like one of those things where I'll say this while you're looking it up. Like I don't get why he's even defending it. He has been convicted in New York State Court. He will serve 23 years here. This is now L.A. rape trials. Just fucking plead guilty and be remembered as like the rapist monster who also produced Good Will Hunting, not the rapist monster who also produced Good Will Hunting and has a mangled penis.
Yeah.
Like when you're a kid and your parents are trying to be like, well, I want you to remember Gramps like in this way. Like, let's not
Yeah.
go see him in the hospital. And you're trying to preserve the memory. Preserve the memory of a horrible rapist who also produced a couple good movies.
Right.
And leave the mangled penis out of it.
And you know what's crazy is
Because
like
of an infection, his testicles were actually taken from the scrotum and put in his inner thighs. Brah!
I also read it was because of like a syndrome. It was like one of those things. It was like Fedelberg-Clancy syndrome. It was like a hyphenated name. But
Let's not take that one. That's Italian sausage underwear boy syndrome.
What's crazy to me is like I guess just that I believe Harvey Weinstein's power. I can now comprehend Harvey Weinstein's power not because of all the rape he covered up, because of the deformed dick covered up. Like I never heard any of this until now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right.
Because you would think that would get around. And those girls were like, I'm not going to say anything about that guy's fish dick because he scares me. That's a next level.
I believe there's another quote that looked like it'd been run through a meat grinder.
Yeah, so didn't see a sack, just a penis. Another one said, I was disgusted. I had never seen a big guy naked like that. I just nervously laughed and thought, no. It looked like it was.
wiped a smile off your face,
It
doesn't
looked,
it?
quote, deformed. It looked, quote, that had been run through a meat grinder. Quote, he did not have testicles. It appears that he had a vagina. And then my
Imagine your dick so small you got a pussy, dude. like, dude, we want me to fucking eat you out, bro?
you have a clit in there?
Where's your fucking cock, dude?
And then my favorite was not really a description of a look, but it just said he smelled like poop. So on top of all that,
doesn't-
you've got a
what
fish
is
dick,
that?
you've got a deformed dick, you've got a mangled dick with sewn-in testicles, and on top of it, you smell like shit.
Dude.
That's
a three-way loser.
I
right
would
there.
I would argue that he is the worst person ever to fuck
Yeah.
because of like
That's why he had to do the raping, Kevin.
yeah. But like God, it's like you would think you just pay for it or whatever. I mean, this dude, when people say like he's a monster, it's like this man is a figurative but also a literal monster.
Yeah.
It would be like if you know what he looks like and seems like. It would be like if you fucked Shrek. And Shrek was not a lovable monster. He was like an actual
And
monster.
Shrek was gray instead of green.
Right.
He does just
Like
look
Shrek
gray.
with a disease, like a bad illness. God. Imagine that though. You're like, all right, I'm gonna fuck Harvey Weinstein. I'm gonna do it for the role, like you said. I'm gonna be the next it girl in Hollywood. I'm just gonna do this. Take it off, and he's got a vagina with fish scales and no balls. And you're just like, fuck! Why couldn't it have just been a small dick? Instead, it's got to be this. Like, God, what you talk about a triple whammy? Just the worst of the absolute worst. And I also saw that the defense was making Gavin Newsom's wife. Part of her testimony was that she faked an orgasm just to like have the sex end, and they were trying to make her do that in court.
Like fake an orgasm?
Fake an orgasm in court. I guess to see like, I don't even know what the line of defense is there.
Gross. It's awful.
You got any audio?
But where? What website?
But she was like, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. That is, I know that I'm always interested when there's defense lawyers who have to defend like the
Bro, how
very
do you go
obvious.
home and look yourself in the mirror?
Yeah, like you're Jerry
you got a
Sandusky's
job, you got a
fucking
job, but
They
like-
all always say the same thing. They're like, my job is to make sure the prosecution does their job, and I have to uphold them to the standard of the law and the justice system and all that.
John Quincy Adams defended the the fucking was it the guys got the redcoats got the snowballs thrown at him?
Yeah,
That's some Boston gangster shit.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I think I want to say they were some of the first shots of the Revolutionary War with Crispus Attucks, where like Bostonians were just throwing snowballs at the British redcoats and then they opened
Shoot.
fire.
Oh, right. They were like trying to get him to shoot, right?
And then
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Quincy Adams, I believe, defended them because everyone deserves
You
defense.
gotta fuck that.
Which one of the Adams? I think it was John Quincy.
But like, yeah, okay, you got to do that, but you don't need to be like, you don't need to try that hard. You don't need to make this girl who's been fucking raped by fish dick.
Yeah.
Do have an orgasm in the courtroom. You goddamn monsters! You're just as bad as
Imagine
him.
if she just fucking went all out the balls to the wall.
That would be.
Like didn't even skip a beat. I was hoping you'd ask that.
Do you want like? I have a couple of different versions.
yeah.
Which one do you want?
His birthday? Yeah.
We're doing clit or vaginal? Like which kind here? So yeah, Harvey Weinstein's dick. Got to see it. If anybody has a hookup for that, please let me know.
Oh fucking yeah.
Next up, Jeopardy. It's always my favorite when Jeopardy is in the zeitgeist. Jeopardy's in a little bit of hot water for one of their clues. In 2021, fugitive Brian Laundrie ended his days in Florida's Michikachikaki Creek area, home to these long and toothy critters. Literally a million other ways to describe the critters that live in this
They're
swamp.
alligators, yes.
I'm assuming it's some sort of alligator, yeah.
Didn't need the first part.
Didn't need
What?
to
Alligators.
alligators,
Alligators?
yeah. You
Okay.
could have described anything else about that creek other than
Why? I
the
think-
fucking murderer who lived in it while he killed himself.
I think this is great.
It's very specific.
I think this is fantastic.
Actually, I'll be honest. This kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, I was thinking when you say critter, I think of like a little tiny thing.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
yeah, I
But it
did
said
too.
long. I would have been like salamanders. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
no, I would've said
because I would have
alligators.
been busy thinking about how Brian Laundrie blew his head off in the swamp.
Yeah, but like I fuck Brian Laundrie. We give a shit. We should
Also, but-
Brian Laundrie should be a weekly. We should mock him weekly on Jeopardy.
No, agreed. His family was the ones complaining because they have to like kind of go through this. Also, fuck Brian Laundrie's family, who like almost 100% allegedly like
him.
aided and abetted and like
yeah.
threw the police off. So like fuck them, dude.
Yeah, dude, appalling and distasteful, bro. You fucking murdered somebody. You don't get to say
That guy
he's
sucks,
He's not
dude.
saying it, but like there's no chance. I have zero problem with this.
I hope they double down and come back with more. Just like trash Brian Laundrie.
I always feel
more
like
and
the
more
thing
and more.
Brian Laundrie used to blow his brains out in a fucking swamp. Gun.
Sorry, what is gun?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're looking for what is gun. Sorry. That would be fucking great.
This is what Brian Laundrie's brain matter blended in with and was diluted by after he killed himself. What is a march? Yeah, it should be fucking weekly. We fucking clown Brian Laundrie for being a fucking scumbag, suicidal bitch.
Fuck that guy. We've also got if this guy is the big loser of the week, the big winner of the week is the guy who they're referring to as Uncle. What is it? Uncle Chen is the man, a 50-year-old man running a marathon in Japan that ran 26.2 miles while either smoking or lighting up a cig the entire way. 3 hours and 28 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
It's a good time.
Like anything in like the threes, the first half of the threes is like a solid time. He finished 574th out of 1,500, and the whole time,
Bro, that's crazy that 328 gets you 574. I would guess 328 is higher.
Yeah, just the whole time you got a cig, and the best one is when he's running like this, and he's blocking the wind.
Yeah.
And he's like that.
Bro,
Oh, this guy's awesome.
Bro, I can't fucking.
This is such a great.
I can barely light a cigarette while walking.
Right.
So like I have to duck into a building.
Yeah.
But then also like I'm not great at smoking cigarettes, and I could never in a million years do this. But you gotta feel like a real piece of shit when he's passing you, right? like what
And you're
the
like, is
fuck?
You get a waft
Dude.
of smoke, and you know that the cigs he's smoking are like, like
probably hand-rolled,
non-filtered
bro.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So those
Dude.
are like the real deal.
I remember one time when I was at St. Michael's, my freshman year of college, and I was playing baseball, and the baseball team had to do like a charity run one morning that a lot of the school was doing, but like it was mandatory for the baseball team.
Yeah.
And it was a Saturday morning or Sunday morning, whatever it was, and I got fucking hammered the night before, as one does. And I'm running through the woods. And like literally, you ever like had so little food in your stomach, it's just liquid that you can hear the sloshing, right? So I'm running through the woods, I just have beer just sloshing in my stomach. I can't run anyway, let alone fucking hungover / still drunk, all that shit. Yeah. And I'm fucking running through the woods, it's like just these fucking like wet squelching, like fucking Stranger Things. And as I'm running it, bro, like an 80-year-old priest in the fucking collar comes running by me and just goes, "Long night, eh, son?" And I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude!" Like, it was so early in the school year that I didn't know anyone or like priests or anything, so I couldn't tell you what father this was, but tell you he was a fucking blue hair. He was wearing the collar while running, and just passing.
Just
It's
dusted
been a
you.
long night, eh, son? Yeah. And that, like, I actually that would probably be more embarrassing.
I love this though. I love like the thought of like some dudes who were that asshole who like, hey man, you want to come watch the game? No, I can't. I got to train. I got to train. I got to run 13 miles today because if I get off schedule for a single day, I won't make my goal and blah blah blah. And then some dude's like, peace.
Yeah, I had a buddy who ran the marathon, the Boston Marathon, and his training was he stopped drinking and smoking a week before.
And it worked.
Yeah. And he's like, I just ran it.
I mean,
and then like I remember when we saw him at the bottom of Heartbreak Hill, so like it should have been like he should have been dead. And he just came running by us. He was like, pew, 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 pew. I have the beers ready. And just kept running.
I mean, when you're like that. Like, if you're one of those people, you know.
Yeah.
And for them, they can just do it. There are people who can just do these things. And Uncle Chen was that fucking guy. We got new news from Shaquille O'Neal.
What the fuck was that, bro?
Sneeze.
Well, yeah, we know that.
I know it was a sneeze.
You want from me? I don't got anything else on that.
Shaq and Charles.
Sound like Daffy Duck.
there was the flat Earth debate or whatever, all that kind of stuff. Shaq is now has some questions about the moon.
I have a new theory. There's more than one moon. Just let me tell you my theory. The other day I was riding past Auburn, as a matter of fact, and the moon was on the left. And I'm going straight, then making no turns, and about 20 minutes later, the moon was behind me.
That's because it was moving, fool.
Nah, there's more than one moon.
These guys, there's more than one moon. The moon was on the left, and I was driving, and now the moon's on the right. It's got to be more than one moon.
Did the other moon disappear, Shaq?
Right.
We
Did
get
you
to the
look
bottom
back
of
to
this
the left?
pretty quick. Like, it's just.
What's funny is like like these guys are professionals and they know what they're doing. I think Shaq is like, yo guys, I got like a segment. Don't worry, I got this. When we come back from commercial, I got this. There's 2 moons. And even I guess Chuck was even like, shut the fuck up, man. These guys need a podcast. Like, no, I don't ever want to hear them talk about basketball. I'm done with them talking about basketball. Just talk about shit like this all the time.
Yeah.
The Kenny Shaq, whatever you want to call it. I just call it Inside the NBA podcast. Would be the best podcast instantly. We're talking Rogan numbers right away. There's just nobody that doesn't like these guys when you hear them. I love when he rocks that ring too. That ring's got to be so big to look big on Shaq's hand is fucking huge,
It's a fist.
man. Yeah, for real.
I do get what he's saying. Like I don't understand. I don't get what he's saying, but I do understand the inability to understand things like that. Like,
sure,
like, I don't get
Daymoon fucks with me all the time.
I don't get Daymoon.
Daymoon has
What do you
been
mean
a
the
thing
moon's out right
that's
now?
blown my mind for years now. It's like I talked about that way back on Mail Time. The Daymoon is like, I know
Shouldn't it
it's
be on the other side of the
always-
world? Right? Because it's nighttime over there.
It's not that it's. It's always about like the sun reflecting, right? Like it's like we see the sunlight hitting the moon, and that's why we can see it. But if it's I don't know.
It should be over where it's nighttime. Like, what are you doing here, Moon?
Get out of here, Moon.
Good to go back to your fucking house.
Are the people on the other hemisphere looking up and there's maybe that's it. Maybe when there's no moon on theirs because sometimes there's no moon in the
Not
cycles.
really.
And like there's sometimes there's no moon.
Oh, I guess. Okay.
So maybe when there's no moon down there, there's a day moon's over here.
Maybe that makes sense.
Probably not. We're probably being idiots.
No, it checks out.
That would make the most sense to me if I had to describe something.
Yeah, I'll go with it.
All right. That's the answer.
Yeah.
And last here for 1 Minute Man, we've got SBF. I don't even care to find his real name. The dude who
Sam Bankman-Fried.
Sam Bankman-Fried. When your name is Bankman and you steal everybody's money, that's classic. So SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried was the head of FTX, who is responsible for like this entire collapse where everybody lost billions of dollars. And the stories that are coming out about this FTX group now, some are being proven false. I saw a therapist like for FTX, like maybe they hired one to like come talk to everybody, came out and said like this shit's not true. But I'm like, I don't think you're allowed to do that, so I don't know. But the stories were that they were all hopped up on amphetamines.
Yep.
And
Parkinson's medication,
and
not your standard stuff, not your
not
cocaine,
your regular,
Adderalls.
not your regular speed, like the real speed.
Yeah, it was. It's called like EdMass or something like that. It was like it is a patch that you put on in order to combat Parkinson's, and the reason they were all vegan is because if you eat meat on this patch, you die. So they were all vegan, which is a crazy fucking like risk to take.
Imagine that, like, it's like I'm gonna put this on you, and it's like, don't have a hamburger.
Right,
don't forget you eat some steak. Don't have a fucking.
But like that's like
don't go to
one of those
McDonald's.
things that's like you're lactose intolerant or like gluten free, and you're like, there's no gluten in that, right? And they're like, no,
Right.
and like if they fuck up when I have the shits, like it'll be all right. If they're like, no, there's nothing, there's no meat in the sauce, and then you eat it,
You're
and you
dead.
fucking die.
You're fucking
because you're like, sorry, I wanted
dead.
to code all night tonight.
Yeah.
You fucking loser, dude. This motherfucker's a fat vegan.
Yeah.
And worse than being a fat vegan
Ugh.
is he's a billionaire who fucked an ugly chick.
Well, so the other there's the amphetamine rumors. There's the rumor that they were all in like thruples and like just a polyamorous. There's another word for it. It's like polytaurus, where it's like you're all in polyamorous like you're a throuple, and they all kind of bang each other and shit.
God.
And the one girl that they are saying,
I haven't criticized a woman's looks in a long time.
Right.
I have become enlightened. I don't really do that kind of
we're
thing
above
anymore.
that now. We're above that
I'm
now. But we gotta.
Unless,
We gotta, bro.
you're this fucking chick. Because
Right.
first of all, she's a bad person. So therefore, that opened the door.
Open game.
Open the door.
Open game.
If she was, guess what? If this chick just cured cancer, I don't say a goddamn fucking thing.
Right.
But you stole money from 5 million people, and you're a fucking scumbag, and you have tweets like nothing like being high on amphetamines to realize how like low brain everyone else is.
Ugh.
And
Also-
guess what, bitch? You look like a Harry Potter character. You are,
Dude, like all of that stuff, yes, is why she's fair game. Also, when you're this ugly, it's fair game.
Yeah,
Like,
she was like
you know-
a rat who became to life,
Yeah,
like a Disney movie where like
Yeah.
a magic wand turned a rat into a human.
You're right.
That's what this chick looks like.
She looks like she's got it almost looks like Mad Libs with like her face, like somebody a nose from this person, teeth from this person. Throw some Harry Potter glasses on you. She looks like the girl from Harry Potter, the ghost, right?
Yeah,
the
Moaning Myrtle.
Moaning Myrtle. You look like that Myrtle bitch. She is heinous. bro.
Greasiest hair you ever did see,
What's her what is her name? Oh my goodness.
dude. She looks like a rat. She's a human
Caroline
rat.
Ellison.
Caroline Ellison.
She's got an overbite. That is fucking like
Caroline Ellison looks like she was. She looks like she is a victim of inbreeding. Like the British Crown created her and was like, we can't take her in public. like the Kennedys did to Rose. Like send her up to Maine. Get the fuck out of here.
too ugly to represent us.
Yeah, like get out of here. We know we're inbred, and we're like, this is too inbred.
Oh, let's
for
do
us.
this. Her dating profile. Can you
Oh,
make that a little
yeah.
larger? I'm a polyamorous pansexual woman because you'll take whatever you can get.
HSV? What? That's,
She
that's
got
what?
to her 1 and 2.
Wait, what says HSV? No, that's. Oh, it's herpes simplex. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was the.
How you have herpes simplex 1 and 2?
How you have that as the first thing in your dating profile? At least let me get to the end.
Yo, I don't feel bad about making fun of this ugly chick at all.
Yo, this girl. I currently have 1 long distance romantic partner and 1 local partner. They got herpes.
Yeah.
I'm looking to find like-minded people and maybe build a This is what I was talking about. A polycule. I'm 420 friendly, and I just love to chill and watch movies or YouTube gamers. I also like to sing and do art stuff.
dude, if
not
this chick
looking for
sing, I'd
hookups or
slap her.
couples. A polycule is a connected network of people in non-monogamous relationships. If you didn't know that already, that's just like you're just banging a bunch of friends,
Yeah.
right? Like you're all in a network. You fuck each other. Let me hear her voice. I bet it sucks.
Back in whatever it was, June or July, about like, should we even do yield farming at all? And I was kind of like,
Look at those
"Oh, I don't
teeth,
know,
man.
The whole thing seems like weird, and aren't there risks? And like, what if these platforms get hacked? And like,
Dude, this is actually the best she's
such a
looked.
huge
Um,
need
yikes.
operationally.
I'm not saying like
and-
looks
Yeah,
good, but this
yeah.
is the best she's looked.
Bro, I'm not kidding you. If you were to like,
What? Can you just Google HSV? Make sure it's herpes simplex.
I'm almost positive, right? I would say if you gave me the choice of that girl,
Yeah, wow, herpes simplex virus. Wow.
she got 1 and 2.
Dude,
dog.
second line of the dating profile. One, I'm looking to
pansexual.
fuck everybody. Two,
I
I
got
got herpes.
If I gave you the choice of that girl sucking your dick, or you just get to see Harvey Weinstein's dick, yeah, right? Not even a question, right?
I'm taking Harvey's fucking piece, bro.
I'd rather look
I
at
want
a-
to see Harvey's little pussy.
I'd rather. Here's a
I want to see
question.
Harvey's fat little pussy.
Here's a question: would you rather finger Harvey Weinstein's pussy or hers? Because I don't think Harvey has herpes.
Dog, I don't know if I want to finger Harvey's pussy though. Dude, I gotta use 2 fingers to finger Harvey's pussy. Like,
Bro.
I gotta jerk off Harvey like this. Yeah.
Yo, my favorite thing in the world. I love the Feidelberg dog phase. It's so great. The dog phase.
The
You,
dog.
you don't even notice you said
Oh,
it.
I
You're
didn't
like,
notice I said
you're like,
it.
I don't want to finger Harvey, dog. So good. It's just like it makes everything that much funnier. It's so good. Dog, I don't want
Not
that.
for me, dog. I was a pass for me, dog.
Amazing. All right, let's get into a new segment, an old segment that's now under a new name because we have a big announcement. Much like we took all of our hypothetical questions from the KFC Radio voicemail line way back in the day and turned it into a YouTube channel and then turned it into a card game, we have done the same with all of the Am I the Asshole scenarios that we have come across on the internet. We've got a new game coming out called Who's the biggest asshole? A whole new set of cards.
Rub my nips.
Another
Rub my nips.
500.
Rub my nips. Feel them, they're hard. I'm so excited about this game. Yo, hard as a fuck, dog.
Through that, that's a thick jerk too.
Yeah.
That's like a
bitch popping, bro.
bitch
popping.
Who's the biggest asshole? Trademarked by us now. We tweaked the name a little bit, obviously, and we put together all of the best scenarios that have come from our listeners, have come from our personal lives. We sat on a train ride home, the 5 of us, back from Providence, I think it was.
Yeah.
For hours, just throwing out, well, it's a 25-year-old girl and a 23-year-old man, and this happens, and this happens. Oh, no, what if they had this? What if the dog died? And what if we came up with all these scenarios and turned it into a card game.
As Pav said, and I agree with him, I actually think this will be more fun to play with family and friends than ATI.
Totally.
ATI is very hard.
ATI is a challenge to be funny.
Yeah, right.
And so if you don't have a good answer, it's kind of like doing bad karaoke. It's like,
Yeah.
This is like, here's a scenario. Everyone's gonna have opinions on it.
Right.
And they range from some complex ones with some details all the way down to I'm not going to my cousin's wedding because I find her annoying. Boom. Everyone can relate to that one, So like I feel like this is gonna be and what's cool about this one is ATI had some rules to the gameplay that nobody ever played. I actually think this one will be more of a game.
Yeah.
Where it's like
there are rules, there are pieces.
You have a dealer, and if you're in agreement on who's the asshole, and the dealer is the judge, they decide who the asshole is and who gets pieces and who gets to score, all that kind of stuff. So this will be on sale soon. Hopefully for Black Friday, there'll be a pre-sale. We were hoping to get it out for the holiday season. I think in this case it might come out. Do we want to even tell them that or no? No. Okay. Yeah. These will be on sale. Hopefully on Black Friday, so you can get yours for the holiday season. We'll get you that Black Friday discount. But 500 of these that are just gonna. I mean, this is gonna create like. This will become. It's gonna be very meta. It's going to be like, I was playing Who's the Biggest Asshole at Thanksgiving dinner table, and now my family all hates each other because they were arguing who's the biggest asshole. Because it's going to get... So let's do a couple from here.
We're going to do Muggsy, right?
Oh, yeah. Today's first ever Who's the Biggest Asshole, straight from the deck, is brought to you by Muggsy Jeans. Let me get my jacket. Tell them about Muggsy Jeans while I get the jacket.
Well, Muggsy Jeans, the most comfortable jean on the market. We both have our jackets with them. I have the Sad Boy jacket. Kevin's got the Moon Man with the plush inside. They are incredibly comfortable. They are made of stretch denim. I don't know if you saw this, but over the weekend, I've run into a smattering of I rip my pants all the time. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what's going on, but I'm ripping pants all the time. Have yet to repair a Muggsy's. Because they're stretch denim, they're comfy, they're cozy. They're one of the best brands we work with.
Let me tell you about this jacket. I fucking love this jacket so much. I've had other jackets like this, like the denim with the inside, and it's very bulky. If you wear it with like a sweatshirt on, you're like this the whole day.
Yeah.
This has...
That's very smart to not have any in the sleeves.
Yes. So the Sherpa is, first of all, very soft, and it's very thin, and it's just like your chest and your neck. And then on the inside, you've just got satin. So it's like a smooth... Your arms just slide right in, and then you can move, and you can fucking dance. And it's also that way, it's not too hot. Because if you have the Sherpa all the way down, you can't wear this. I wore this, like, you can leave this on all day, all night. This can be a part of your fit for the winter time. And it's perfect for right now. Eventually it'll be 2 degrees and you need your like parka. This is up until then for the fall and the winter. You can get your Muggsy Jean Moon Man jacket right now. You can get the blue denim one. That's perfect for like every fit. That's like a classic staple.
Yeah, someone said to me, "Is in 1992 wear a jean jacket?" Jean jacket is an absolute staple of all
forever and ever.
Like forever.
Yeah, I love when people out themselves like that, and it's like, oh, you just don't know.
It's like, oh yeah, you don't know, have any idea. You're just a fucking idiot. You're a goddamn fucking moron.
They also have flannels, jackets, cashmere, holiday party pants, joggers, everything your closet needs over at Muggsy.com. That's Muggsy, Muggsy.com. 30% off the entire website right now, minus certain objects, certain items. But 30% off the Black Friday sale starts now for select items. That's Mugsy.com. No code needed. No URL needed. Experience life-changing comfort with Mugsy. All right. First ever. Who's the biggest asshole? Pick a card, fights. Just tap it. Any. Too hot for you, bitch boy?
It's hot, man. Fucking hot.
You are a big fat pussy. You are a Harvey Weinstein pussy, dude. Ugh. I only flush the toilet when I poop. I don't see the issue with letting pee sit in the bowl and it saves water.
You goddamn fucking monster.
Animal.
You are. If you fucking mud shark, you're a goddamn
Is that
monster.
what that's called? Mud?
That's what they say in New Girl once.
Ugh.
It is.
Bro.
If you are fucking,
Horrible.
if you're pissing on piss, I grew up with poor friends. I know people who like literally do this.
Yeah.
To conserve water.
Yeah, you got
like water bill. It's not to save the world. It's a fucking.
I know there's
water
like
bill.
towns that have problems with it, and they
That's
need
not
you to
what
do
mud
that.
sharking is. All right, that's when you take a shit on a shit.
Yeah, that's even
Yeah,
worse.
that's mud sharking.
So at least these guys have the fucking. At least these guys have the courtesy to flush the fucking shit down.
Dude, I
That
like,
is disgusting.
I mean, like that. There's a reason. Like I had friends who like taught that where it was like, what is
Dump in a
it?
toilet that already has a dump in it.
Oh man, bro.
I thought mud sharking was when you fuck ugly chicks.
Um,
Like I'm gonna go mud sharking.
I did. I thought it was something racial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard of mud sharking, the racial one, and then New Girl. I thought they said it was pee on pee.
They probably did, but it's too offensive to say shit on shit.
Yeah, but the it is. I had a friend. What is it? If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Yeah.
Like I grew up around those people. You're fucking monsters. You're absolute fucking. You're vile, disgusting creatures. You fucking flush your fucking piss, bro. Have you ever like I've done before like I got up drunk in the middle of the night. Actually, no, because that doesn't even count.
I've done it where I
That's
don't want to
water.
flush to wake up the kids. Like I don't want the flush noise.
But like I've gone into, if I go into a room and there's stale piss in there, I'll like hold my nose and I'll flush it. I won't even piss on piss, bro. I respect you that
My
little.
man
I don't
here
want
is
my
fucking-
fucking piss touching your piss, bro. You're a fucking scumbag. You're a fucking
It's like Charlemagne
scumbag.
farting in the toilet. I won't even piss on your piss, man. All right, here we go. Let's rattle through a couple more. I still have my ex's nudes on my phone. My fiance doesn't know about it, and I think it's harmless that I occasionally still look at them.
Well, I'd be a hypocrite if I said anything bad about this.
I think this is fair game that everybody should like have fair game. I think you all should do it, and that way it's like I don't know. You get to take a trip
I
down memory
don't
lane.
pound off to it anymore, but it's still there.
But even if you did, I don't know. It's like I would be like, if I was doing this and you weren't, and I was in a relationship with you, I would feel bad about it. But it's like, rather than me stop, how about you start?
Yeah.
And then we all, because everybody has like some
That's
spank
dipping
bank
your toes
thing.
into polyculty or whatever it's called.
Yeah, polycudal or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like everybody has
Polyculty's probably more accurate.
the last chick you fucked or guy you fucked, or the best you fucked, or the one memory you had, or the one you filmed that you loved or whatever. And it's like, as long as you're not,
Bro, here's the deal. I just don't like closing doors. Once I delete them, man, that's gone forever. I think that's over.
right.
Now it's like there's still a little.
Well, and
Who
there
knows?
and
Who knows? Maybe someone come back around one day.
and right there is the reason why your new girlfriend wants you to delete it. Because when you watch the old one, you're like, oh yeah, I remember
little
that.
something,
But I would say this. Whether it's a
about
guy,
the landing strip phase. Because by the way, totally off on landing strips. I don't know what happened. I used to be big on landing strips.
yeah, now you're back to fully shaved.
Oh no.
You want the full bush.
I'm fully shaved. I'm bush. I'm either or. But the landing strip, that in particular, not for me.
Yeah, interesting. I think let this be a lesson to any boyfriend or girlfriend currently. Make sure that your nudes game is fire. Make sure it's good enough that your your boyfriend. Yeah. Well, no. I guess that eventually. See, that's the problem. I was gonna say, make sure your current girlfriend or boyfriend, make sure you send enough fucking nudes.
Oh no,
and
not me
shit.
anymore. I'm post nudes. We live in a post nude society. Nudes aren't a thing anymore.
I will say,
if you're out of high school and you're sending nudes, fucking grow up.
I think no. I don't agree with that. What I do think is that you do go through a phase.
Oh, I would do a phase where I was ripping nudes every night.
Bro,
the whole East Coast got fucking John finally naked pics.
Bro, I went through a phase where I was fucking Spielberg, bro. I was putting out entire motion pictures. Okay, I would edit my nudes. I would get into the editing bay.
You're in Facetune.
I was no. I'm talking. I had multiple camera angles. I'm splicing footage together.
That's how 1 Minute Man started.
I have movies out there. And then I think you do that enough and you kind of scratch that itch and
Bro, now I'm like, wait, you make it naked, dude? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, and then it also becomes...
I gotta fucking jerk myself off.
Then it also becomes a thing, too. It becomes a thing. If you ever had the situation where your girl finds old nudes or somebody fucking threatens you with old nudes.
Yeah, we all think we're top secret because we have a keepsafe. Like, they'll never find it here.
No one knows where... The app that says lock on
my
it.
ex's nudes right here.
Yeah. But once it becomes an issue and then you fight about it or whatever, eventually... those things add up. So it's like, I'm worried about mine leaking. I'm in a fight with my new girlfriend. The old girlfriend is mad about it. Da-da-da. Eventually, you're just like, I've seen myself fuck enough.
Yeah.
And I've seen you naked enough. Like, I'm just not doing it anymore. All that being said, I do think you have to keep the nude game alive in a relationship. I think it's one of the in the courtship process, it's like so important. And it's like anything else where you just stop doing it. And it's like, well... yeah, this relationship sucks now because we stopped doing all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
You know, all the flirting, all the fucking, all of the things you do in the beginning. That's awesome. When you stop doing all that, guess what? They're going to go look at other people's nudes. They're going to go, you know, so you got to keep the sexting alive or they're going to go look at the exes. I was planning to pay for my daughter's wedding, but I'm not going to anymore because I found out she cheated on her fiance.
Why you know that? Like why is she telling him? The only way she knows is because he told her. She told him.
No, I mean, there's a million ways you can find out someone's cheating. I don't know. Instagram. You know, like there could be a zillion ways people find out, and then.
But a dad isn't going through fucking shit like that. I feel like the only way a dad finds out you cheated, if you're like, Dad, I cheated.
I think there's many ways that could happen. I think like. The
sibling finds out and then relays it.
Sibling tells you
Hey, how about your fucking siblings stop being fucking cunts?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I agree with you that okay, let's just assume the dad has found out because there is ways that could happen. I feel like you're double punishing the fiance. It's like, your daughter's a whore and now I've got to pay $50,000. Thanks so much. You know? But I could also see the flip side of the dad being like, you're not going to last. This is not a good idea.
Yeah,
you're already fucking other people, and now we're gonna do this whole dog and pony show, and I'm gonna pay for it, and we're all gonna go,
and then we're another one,
and then the whole family's gonna be embarrassed because you're gonna end up dumping this guy, and we know it because you're already fucking other people.
That's a great point.
I think it's more of a not necessarily a punishment. It is a punishment, but the intention is to save you. It's like I'm not even gonna let you go through with this, so I won't pay for this. Unless, you know, if you guys come up with your own money, then, like, I can't stop you. But I'm at least going to try to stop this because I already know you're in a bad spot.
That hadn't occurred
and you're a fucking
that makes
slut.
A lot of sense.
Yeah. So I actually think while it's a bit of a, you know, dude, so many couples who break up, get divorced, whatever, a lot of them always say, like, why didn't anybody tell me? And either A, they blatantly were and you were, like, ignoring them. B, they were, like, afraid to because you're the type of person who would be like, fuck you, cut you out of my life. Or C, you know, they do, and in this situation like this, it's like they're gonna tell you and they're gonna fucking stop you. And they're gonna be pissed about it, but this is what
in the end it's
for your benefit.
It's some alcohol, rubbing alcohol on a cut.
Right. It's gonna hurt, but it's gonna
sting.
It's what you
long
need.
run. You fucking need.
It's what you want. It's not what you want to hear. It's what you need to hear. I know that my blind date liked museums and history, so I took her to the 9/11 memorial. I did not realize that someone in her family had died on 9/11. From up here to down here, and then there, the 3 octaves of the laugh. I don't think
you're an asshole.
I think you're.
How could you know that? How could you know that?
But yes, that part I'm okay with. I think you're an asshole for picking the 9/11 memorial to begin with.
Ah, man, 9/11 is interesting as hell.
Bro,
I
I'm on
prefer
it.
it didn't happen. To deny its interest is crazy.
Bro, yes. Okay, so it's the Holocaust. Are we going to go
Sure.
there for a date?
Why not?
Blind date?
Check it out.
First date?
Yeah.
Trying to get that pee wet?
Bro, you know I'm
Trying
a
to
guy.
get some of that puh?
You know
and
I'm
next
a
thing
fucking
you know, you're at
museum guy.
9/11?
You know I'm a museum first date guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you ever take them to horrific mass genocidal events? Museums?
Only the Jewish girls.
That was almost all over you. I almost give you a full facial right there, bro. I mean that is, that's not the date. That's not the move. Whether the person has family jumping out of the building or not.
Yeah.
Like 9/11 is not the
Whoa,
place.
did you hear this? They jumped because it was getting too hot. They were going to catch on fire. What floor was your uncle on?
So, can I pick you up again?
Yeah.
Friday night at 8?
Was your uncle the one who rode a piece of cement down like a surf? Remember that rumor? Yep. Someone just fucking surfed down.
We all had that one. Yeah. That's actually another one in the deck that I don't have on me right now, but I know of it. Is that I whisper in my boyfriend's ear about national tragedies to help him last longer in bed.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Who's the biggest asshole?
I'd like that for sure.
And I'll tell
Luckily,
you
I
what.
just have a Roman instead. But
I think this is brilliant.
yeah,
I think truly the only thing that will keep me from coming, like when people think about baseball, it's like nah. Think about grandma, no. If you come up with some horrific
The Lindbergh baby.
but here's
like-
the deal though. Bob. Here's the deal though. You're playing with fire.
because all of a sudden I get turned on by it.
What if someone starts whispering in my ear about child soldiers? I fucking come. That's a fetish I didn't want to unlock.
They lose their limbs while they pick up the diamonds. Talk to me more. What
Like,
else? What else happens?
You say the Uyghurs are in fucking concentration camps? Oh god.
They wear their ears around their necklace like a trophy. Ah! I mean,
Holy
that's a
shit.
dangerous. That's a slippery slope. That's like going down a hill that Jackie walked you on. It's a fucking next thing you know.
Wait. In Hiroshima, their skin was melting off.
I wouldn't come. But somebody would. Somebody would.
That would be like such a fucking sobering moment. Like, oh my god. I need to go to the bathroom for a second. just get my
gather.
get my wits back about me. Sorry, I just came.
Wouldn't
We got
that
a
be
Japanese
funny?
person's skin falling off?
How about that? What about if you use that as a tactic, not to try to make him come last longer? What if every time your boyfriend was already coming, you whisper something like that, just to fuck with him? Be like, you laughed, you came to,
Pavlovian?
yeah.
Next thing I know, I'm fucking jerking off the World War II movies.
Exactly. This is your fault, honey.
Just why all dads watch a History Channel.
Okay, let me get one more. Oh, here's one. I made my family take photos for our annual Christmas card at my grandfather's funeral that summer. It's literally the only time that we'll be together and all dressed up nice. So you can see sprinkled in throughout our personal stories
Couple of real ones
from us.
I don't think they're. Yeah.
I would say the majority of these are real.
Oh yeah.
Or
yeah.
Based in reality and tweaked a little bit because we have to make it fit all in one card. And
There's a few.
So you
that
don't find out I'm talking about exactly about my mother.
There's a few that I'm really hoping certain people don't play this game.
yeah, because they're gonna know. They are gonna know.
But yeah, by the way, she's only the asshole in that situation because we were actively crying in the picture. if she'd gotten like a nice shot while we were we were dressed up nicely, that's fine. But we were in the Christmas card, we were crying. It was 4 kids just crying because grandma died. Actually, I think it was only 3. I think my little sister, I think she was like a baby in it. She didn't know what was going on, but the rest of us are crying.
Okay, let's do a few more because these are fucking good.
This is very fun.
I told my
This is more
coworker.
fun than I thought it was gonna be.
I told my coworker she looks like Charlize Theron when she was in the movie Monster. Now everyone's mad at me, but I genuinely think Charlize Theron looks good in every movie, including that one. You cannot tell me that you think Charlize Theron looks good in Monster. She looks like a fucking a New Jersey Turnpike lot lizard hooker. She's disgusting. She'll always stand and put on like 60 pounds to play her.
Yeah. I'm trying to spin it, bro.
Look at that. The sixth one, the bottom second row.
Bro, I can't believe she.
Come on. You can't tell me that you think that is an attractive woman.
What does she do? Like, what is it?
She's a murderer.
It's a true story, right?
Yeah, she killed these guys on the road or something.
Eileen Wardrow. She was the only female serial killer that's existed.
Which is gangster and kind of sexy.
Yeah.
I feel like if I found the only female serial killer, I would fuck her.
I'd fuck her.
Like, I'd be like, you're gonna kill me after this, right?
Pinky promise?
Because I can't live with myself after I do this. But
don't
it's pretty
tell
cool.
anyone. Tell anyone you just killed me.
Isn't that pretty cool? But also to pull it off, you've got to be a fucking butch bull. You know?
Yeah.
It's like I'm such a bull dyke that I can kill men on the road. I mean, that's like, you're not attractive.
I can't believe she looks nothing like Charlize
It's
Theron.
she won the Oscar for that.
Yeah.
Because it's like you would
But
literally.
she must be in makeup and stuff too, right? Like things like added to her face,
prosthetics
and
shit.
like
Yeah,
prosthetics
for sure.
shit.
I would hope that, to be honest, she deserves the Oscar, but I hope that like hair and makeup and shit won the Oscar as
Right.
well, because it's a full fucking transformation. The movie.
I haven't seen the movie. Is it good?
John, you want to like remember when you did the argument thing about the Doritos and you won with like an open and shut case? Okay, here's all the evidence you need. The title of the movie is Monster.
Yeah.
Okay? Done. My husband has a tin where he collects all of his toenail clippings.
This is some shit you do.
He's been He's been doing it for over 5 years. One day I got grossed out by the whole thing and threw it all out.
You are not the asshole. Your husband is the asshole for sure. Bro, anyone
John,
who does this kind of shit.
Disagree.
Anyone who does this kind of shit, you're fucking psychopath. I guess the only way you're not the asshole is because your husband's gonna snap and kill you because he's a fucking psycho. But like,
John, I don't care what you do. You do something every day for 5 years, and I just throw it out.
I don't. Bro.
You're gonna get murdered.
I would do that in a heartbeat. I would do it in an absolute heartbeat. If I learned that this was a thing happening under my roof, no.
Why? What has it harm you?
It's just knowing it's in my house is too. I cut my fingernails over the sink. I cut my toenails in the toilet, and I fucking flush it and wash it down right away. People who I think if you cut your fingernails or toenails in just like outside of the bathroom, you're a fucking animal. I think toenails and fingernails are disgusting. Disgusting.
If he did it like in the bathroom, didn't make a mess, just had like
no,
put it away.
No, you're a fucking psycho.
And you went snooping and you found it.
Maybe I would get rid of it. Maybe
5 years, John.
I don't care.
This man clearly has something that he, for some reason, he does it. What if it's like he is Dexter and this is like he
time
needs
to grow out of
these
it, bro.
fucking things?
Time to grow out of it. I mean, I will not waver. I will not falter on this.
I'm with you.
You're a fucking
I'm with you.
animal.
That is disgusting.
Absolute animal.
That would make me go. You know what's really gross? Have you ever clipped your fingernails and then they fall on the white sink and you realize like
They're not
how
so white.
gross they were
Yeah.
because the real white is there? Imagine like years of that. Oh. I got custom decals for my Jeep so that it looks exactly like the ones from Jurassic Park. Not the asshole. You're fucking awesome, bro.
You're awesome for
That
a
is
week.
so cool.
You're awesome for a
Yeah.
week, and then you're like, I don't want to keep driving around a fucking movie prop.
Right.
1996.
Like you're awesome for the first time that you pick me up.
Yeah.
And then that's
After
it,
that,
dude.
dude, because then I'd be like, hey, how about you fucking stop honking at me on the road?
Oh, and that honk has got to be a.
Everyone. No, I mean like cars honking at me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, dude, I just want to
Enough.
fucking drive
Enough.
my car.
Well, that's the problem is when you initially do it, you're looking for attention, but also, don't you dare ever need to sneak around or do something like that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like I got to run over to her house and like see her. No, you're not. Not in the fucking Jurassic Park mobile. Oh boy. I told my girlfriend that being depressed isn't an excuse for being lazy, and now she's giving me the silent treatment. I'm depressed, but I still go to work every day and do all the housework.
I don't think that one was from me. But.
Looking at some of these, I go, kind of, but I don't think it is me. That's fucking hilarious. How about this one? I told my girlfriend that having a stomach ache.
Pass.
Told my girlfriend that having a stomach ache isn't a good excuse for not having sex. She does have IBS, but I think she exaggerates it.
Yeah, Dad, you're the asshole. Bro, if someone's gonna shit the bed, I'll fucking pound off tonight.
I think I think there is. See, I don't know, man. I go back and forth because I've been on the other end of that, and you do that over and over and over again, and eventually you don't have a sex life, or you feel rejected, you're upset about it, whatever, you know. But also, you gotta listen to people when they tell you certain things about their body.
IBS, dude.
Like,
we're talking about IBS right now.
We're
talking about shit your pants syndrome.
But here's the thing: a lot of girls do say they have IBS when they don't have IBS.
No, they just like cheese.
Yeah, we've been over this before. Every girl who ever farted a lot got so excited when there was a term for it.
Yeah.
And everybody agreed if we all just say we have IBS, it's okay. So they all lean on that. And it's like, no, you just had a bunch of Taco Bell last night. Relax, you know? So, but they love to say that. And then when they give themselves a disease, they can lean on it. And next thing you know, they're never fucking you.
Yeah.
But when a girl says like,
but I think that it's
easy.
over anyway in that case. If your girl's just like every night's like, sorry, IBS.
There's
you're
that,
like, all right, it seems like she doesn't want to fuck you.
You have like one window to save it, you know? But yeah, man, that's why you got to be careful. Like, you want to do any backdoor play, you're getting into some kinky shit.
Bro, I'm never fucking anyone with IBS in the ass. That's a fact, bro. I've seen Zach and Miri, dog.
Yeah, so this is it, man. You can see how this game goes. It's very fun. You can do it just like we did it, where you're just bullshitting and arguing. There's also the point system that you can hand out points and have a winner in the end. So it's awesome. So go check it out. It'll be on sale this holiday season. Who's the biggest asshole? And we'll do new ones every week on the podcast from the new card game. Also, submit yours if you want to be a part of the card game. You can leave video voicemails. You can tweet us, DM us, whatever, with all your scenarios as well. All right. Voicemails are brought to you by Curve. The Curve card is probably my coolest possession.
It is. It's heavy. The weight is a very important part of it.
Shout out to the card, the credit card world, because they came up with the idea of a weighty, thick black card, and it just instantly makes you look cool. And on top of it, it's functional. So not only is it cool, like I'll tell you, when we did Barstool Gold, we sent everybody a thick black card like this. And guess what? It's cool.
It doesn't do anything.
You want to know why Curve's cooler? Because it actually does something. And what it does is it allows you to split up your bills. You can put your debit card on there. You can put your one credit card, your second credit card, your third credit card, everything all onto one card. And then when you use it, you swipe it, you tap it. By the way, if there's ever an option to tap and you're still swiping or sticking in, you're an idiot. Always tap. And then you can decide which card you want to put that bill on. You can even retroactively divvy it all up. Also, you'll earn points through Curve, which doesn't affect your points through your bank or your other credit cards. Just in addition to. What is that? Bro.
I don't know what that was.
That was
I've never
amazing.
made that noise in my life.
That was Jackie's noise. That was amazing. In addition to, you get your
I was just trying to do a
Curve
mocking
card.
voice. My hands are on my nipples. In addition to. That's my new voice, bro.
You can go to curve.com/barstool, get $20 worth of free Curve cash, and get all the points and all the ease of use. Sign up now today at curve.com/barstool.
Hey, I got a quick question for you guys. If you could get 3 resets in life, so like, if you knew during a 24-hour period, man, I wish I could like relive that, or like I've done something differently, when would you use them? And like, for example, my wife bought Taylor Swift tickets yesterday and was an idiot and only bought 2 of them instead of maxed out, so we could have like resold them or like gave them to other people. When would be a time you would use that? So you can't use it like to go back in time, like and play the Powerball if you never played it to begin with. Like only things that you actually did that you wish you could like fix and like reset. Let me know.
First of all, as soon as you said in addition to, it jogged my memory for the new hottest shirt on the streets. depending on which team you're on, we made the just the suit please was one of the greatest moments of my life. I don't know. I can't think of any singular moment I'd like to change in my life.
I like this question because it is either. I mean, it depends how you want to hear it. You can either
fix something or
just relive
right.
24 hours, which I would probably lean towards the fixing things because reliving it is never gonna
live up to the same height.
It's not gonna do it again. I got man. So you can change things.
You can change things. You can't just do other things. You can't just be like, I would go back in time and like, you know, like you said, play Powerball. It's like you never played Powerball. You know?
Right.
But I think you could say like I usually always played the same numbers, and one day I didn't, and like the numbers hit. It's like that's the thing you were doing. I think that qualifies. That counts.
I've never played the Powerball.
Yeah,
I'm sure I have.
I say it every time and I never do it. You know, I would obviously radically fix all my my relationship life. There's about 3 different instances in that I could change.
Yeah, I got a couple I don't want to say out loud.
Let me tell you this much. If you are doing a podcast or you're answering this question with a bunch of friends or whatever, and you can say your things out loud, you don't have a thing. You've lived a blessed life. If you can publicly state your biggest regrets and what you want changed and not feel enough shame about speaking it out loud, you don't have any regrets.
I actually, you know what? I would relive 28-3. I think that would still live up to the hype. I think I would. It wouldn't be the same because I knew it was coming. But I would know to savor it more. I would because I was
to live through every moment and like be like you.
I was in fucking like, oh my god mode. Like I would be like, if I could relive 28-3, where I'm running around the stadium being like, we're fucking coming back, you fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Watch. And
I bet you were gonna win. And
I wouldn't even place bets. I just want to let people remember my fucking face.
Yeah.
Remember my face. We're winning this game.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
You know what's crazy? Not that time, but you guys have basically done that already.
Yeah.
With like other games and in the broad scheme of things, you know, like you did that with your heirlooms rant, you know.
Yeah.
It was a season-long thing, but you did it already.
Yeah.
You've already experienced that love, that rush, you know.
You
already experienced it with David Price, you know.
With David Price, there are other things too where it's just like I might want to do the Seahawks game again. You know, I believe I heard the other day that it was. The Seahawks didn't give up 200 yards passing all season. Brady had 200 in the fourth quarter.
Wow. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, you know, run the ball, but god damn, you know, your defense let up a fucking.
They were two or three touchdowns and 200 yards in the fourth quarter.
It's crazy.
It's arguably his best fourth quarter of all time, and he came back 28-3 in the fourth quarter.
And all they needed to do was run the fucking football.
Right. I think everything would be sports related. I was at Game 3, Stanley Cup Finals 2011. I'd do that again. I don't think I'd have anything I'd change. I thought I completely flipped from what I said to start. Because I was gonna say I would only change things, but like I don't know. I'm kind of the belief of like the happy accidents.
Mm-hmm.
Like I haven't had any catastrophic regrets.
Right.
There's shit I'm like. In a perfect world, that wouldn't have happened.
Right.
But I don't have any, like, catastrophic things. There are things I would have caught earlier.
Yeah. There's things it's like, and then the question is like, okay, obviously, in my case, it's like, would you fix the scandal you went through, or would you just like rewind time all the way back to the beginning and not even go down that road? You know, it's like, do you fix the one thing, or do you go back to when I was fucking born and decide to do this instead? You know,
Yeah. Do chemo will cut the cancer out.
Right. Right. I don't know. I think once you also have lived through some shit, like if you really let like regret get you down, like you'll implode.
Yeah.
Like you can regret something every single day of your life, and I just. don't. I'm just like, I don't know. Just live it out, you know.
Tweet through it, baby.
But you know what? I would
live through it.
yeah, just live through it. I would say I would go back in time and try to pick up a healthy gambling habit. If I could become a good a steady gambler, I would probably have a lot more money now, which is not a sentence that like anybody in the world can say except for like 3 people, and there's 2 of them doing it right now. Guess who's the 3rd? Next voicemail.
Yo, KFC, Feidelberg. I guess you can throw Jackie in there too.
I guess. Italian sausage.
Would you ever let your friend be homeless? Or, like, would you offer to give them, like, your couch? Because I'm about to be homeless in 2 or 3 days. Not a single one of my close friends from over 10 years who knows what's going on has offered me even the slightest, like, just to keep me out of the cold. My second question is, have you ever been so cold that you go to, like, beat your dick and your nuts are just so far in your stomach, and then you go to beat your dick and it's like a little fucking baby dick? Like, I'm sitting there trying to beat, like, I got 2 fingers fucking on my 2-inch fucking cock.
Jesus
trying to
Christ.
get this nut. And I was like, bro, is this even worth it? Because it's so shriveled up, I just can't even get it. So
I love this guy. He's got a lip in. He made sure to specify, I guess, Jackie, to then talk about fucking jerking off his fucking 2-inch fucking cock. and yeah, wow.
I haven't been like that where it's like that, but I've been so cold that my nuts are so like shriveled up. I guess it's kind of what he's describing, where like I'm basically just punching myself in the balls.
You're just like
because
you're
they're
bagging
so
them.
up. Like
yeah.
There's no hang going on.
Have
So
you
it's just
ever
like,
have you ever had the opposite? Have you ever had the opposite where they're flapping and it's like a dog door?
Yeah.
You know, it's like flapping all the way up and flapping all the way back. You ever slap your own ass with your balls?
all the time, bro. All the time, bro.
That noise is so
They jerk
funny.
off like this.
Bro, if you can get it going where you're swinging like a grandfather clock and it's hitting her on the way up and you on the way back, it's like a metronome of fucking, you know? Click, clack, click, clack. What was the question?
That was that one. We answered that one, I think. That was the second one. The first one, it was, would you give your couch to a friend?
Oh, yeah.
I've done it. Yeah.
I have always wondered how people get homeless. And I think the answer...
I've made a solemn promise, similar to the tornado situation. I will never
be homeless.
I will never be homeless.
Yeah, like I think that way too. I think the only way people become homeless is when you are like a dangerous addict.
Right.
And it's like, I would love to keep you in my house, but you're selling my television.
Yeah, 3
You're
times.
a danger to my
Like,
kids.
It's happened a few times.
Yeah,
You stole my stuff.
And that's when people are, and it's usually like 10 times, you know. 3 strikes and you're out, they give you 3 more sets because people love you and they want to help you. And eventually it's like, you know, you sold my wife's engagement ring for drug money or whatever, you know. Or like you bringing shady people around the house, or you scare my kids or whatever. But like I've always wondered, how are you homeless your first day of homelessness? I understand now. Look at you. No one wants you in your house.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But that first day where you're like, I got kicked out. I can't pay my rent. You know, I have no parents. Like, but you're still like, I got clothes. I'm clean. Can I stay at your place? And everybody says no.
It is.
Even when you
can't
are
just go to a bar and pick someone up, like fucking ugly girl.
Something, yeah. Like that very first day. The first day, like homeless people now, they're like, all right, I shit behind that dumpster. Over here is where the guys give you the most money when you're panhandling. If you go to this dumpster at this time, they actually put out like the sushi, but it's actually still kind of fresh,
Right,
you know?
right. Fresh bagels.
That first day when you don't know any of that shit, and you're just like, so I'm homeless. I had about another, 10 hours till like go to sleep on the sidewalk, I guess. So, what do you got? Hey, what's up? What are you guys doing? You got any pennies? You got any? Like, what do you do that first day?
That's gotta be worse than first day of high school.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anybody. This is awkward.
If someone had a sign that said, "This is my first day of homelessness," I'd be like, "Here you go."
Yeah.
That would be it for me. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever be homeless. I'll always have somebody to take me
I make
in.
a goddamn promise.
Yeah.
I'll never be homeless. Last voicemail.
This is the last one? Last voicemail today is brought to you by Proper Wild. Grab me Proper Wild there.
Want to hit?
Today, we're just finishing up the podcast here now. We've got to go to our live show tonight at Caroline's. I'm already dragging. I woke up today. I thought it was going to be, I thought I was going to have another 2 hours of sleep.
I had
It was
a
like
very bad
time to
night
get
of
up.
sleep last night.
Did you?
Really bad.
Yeah.
Woke up twice. One time ate a half pint of ice cream. One time took a shit. One time I woke up a couple times. One time I ate a spicy chicken, essentially kicking cayenne cutlets that I cooked from HelloFresh. I had an extra one left over, so I ate that at about 3 a.m. Went back to bed.
3 a.m. chicken. I thought we talked about this.
My skeleton
I thought we were
fell
over
over
this,
in the
Sean.
middle of the night. That woke me up. My 12-foot skeleton tipped over. Crashed into my fucking building.
I really wish you were like on the online dating apps. Like imagine like on your first date on Hinge. Like, well, my 12-foot skeleton fell over last night in the middle of the night. And, on my balcony, it fell into my.
What are you gonna do?
And so when you're living that lifestyle,
Stormy night in New York last night.
when you're living like that, and you need that.
I left a fucking chair out on the porch, like a chair. That's ruined.
That's gone. That's done. If you need that extra boost for your energy or your focus or your productivity, and you don't want any of the jitters or that crash, Proper Wild is the way to do it. It's got no preservatives. It's got no artificial sweeteners. It's got none of those horrible chemicals. It's like, I remember thinking like, yeah, if this little thing like juices me up for like 6 hours, there's no way that this is healthy for me. And they were right. All those other brands were terrible for you. And that's where Proper Wild came in and figured out how to do it with a natural tasting energy shot, clean ingredients that work. And if you're like me, if you're like 30 plus, or if you have kids and you got that drag in the middle of the day, or you can't get out of bed in the morning, or you need to stay up late and party with the kids, you need that extra shot of energy. I probably could have used that out for the night in L.A. We were up on the rooftop. I was like, good night, kids. I'm going to bed. If I had a Proper Wild, I could have kept on going. So go to properwild.com/barstool. 30% off any of their products. properwild.com/barstool. My favorite here is the peach mango. And I'm not usually a peach guy, but you start mixing up. When peach is mixed with other things, I fuck with it.
I've been on a big mango rip. I eat mango sour straws every single day.
There you go. Peach mango. Keep your energy up. That's properwild.com/barstool.
KFC fights, First to Crew, what up? Got a question for you. So the other day, I'm sure y'all saw, Tom Segura got Bert Kreischer Hitler's teacup as a birthday gift. So question is, what would be the worst but like most hilarious gift that y'all could get?
Fuck me, dude.
What would I get Feidelberg?
Kevin, a prenup.
Bro, you know what's sort of funny? What's kind of funny is like in a different way, I would get you the same thing.
What did you get me?
Like if I could get you a prenup, if we could sign some paperwork for Saturdays with the Boys and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like you needed one too. If we could both go back in time and sign some documents that keeps the money that we deserve in our pockets, we would both really benefit. That's that one of those moments like, what'd you get me? Prenup. What'd you get me? A prenup too.
Oh god!
I want you all to run back the tape and look at that on YouTube. I literally it was like a sniper got me. I was like, it was right to the chest. It was so accurate. Oh man, that's funny. What would you go get? What would you get the Italian sausage?
Oh boy. Fucking new shirts, dude.
Would you get her shirts or deodorant? Would you try to? I don't even think that, like the deodorant would help at this point. They don't
smell bad.
No, you
don't smell bad. You're just sopping wet.
What we need to do at this point is give in to the fact that we can't stop the sweating and just get more shirts.
Yeah.
Because there's no way we're gonna stop the sweating.
A bunch
so
of
it's better to
baby
just
shirts,
change
whatever the fuck those are.
Yeah, those little baby tees where it's like, yeah, it's stuck in your fucking armpit. No wonder it's sopping wet.
It's like if I wore a thong every day. It's like
this thing smells.
This thing's stained. Like, yeah, well, here's the deal. Like, if you wore a thong, if you wore fucking cloth up your ass, it would get stained too. Jackie's pits just fucking running show.
All right, let's get into our interview today. It's with our girl Brittany Schmitt, one of the funniest people out there. Brittany Schmitt is, as far as like joke writing and joke delivery, is as funny as they get out there. And we were talking a little bit about her audience, and she thinks that like not a lot of the girls like her, fuck with her jokes, and she's talked about how she's been told all the time like you have to stop talking about sex. Like fuck all that shit. It is funny.
Yeah,
there's jokes about fucking people. They're funny. There's jokes about dead people. They're funny. There's a lot of well-written and well-delivered jokes.
Matters.
Yeah, it's like that's what life is all about, fucking and dying. So Brittany's on the show. The interview is brought to you by Ridge Wallet. It holds up to 12 cards plus room for cash. There's over 30 different colors and styles. You have like carbon fiber or burnt titanium, all these different materials and colors. And it's made with the RFID blocking technology so that you can't get your identity stolen the way that Feidelberg has. That little bitch got his identity stolen right out of his pockets. Multiple times. And you don't want to be like Feidelberg, do you? So get the Ridge wallet. It's got that hard shell on the outside. It's got the like little rubber band thing to help you slide in your cards and your cash. Will keep you from getting pickpocketed by digital thieves. And also, they now have new keychains that help you organize your keys. That can secure anywhere from 2 to 6 keys. It organizes your keys in a compact silhouette, folds out nice and easy. 6 different colors and styles, so you get the wallet and the key holder. So when you do your little phone wallet keys, you've got Ridge all the way through. And you can get the best offer right now at ridge.com/KFC. Save 40%. Starting now through December 22nd. So basically now through almost Christmas, you can get 40% off, almost half off everything at Ridge. Give it a whirl. I know right now that like I would say like 50% of you have a wallet that is dead, dunzo. It's fraying and falling apart, and it's all stretched out. If you take out like one business card, the whole thing falls apart. You need to upgrade your wallet. You're afraid to do it. Do it with Ridge. Just look in the mirror and be like, just tell yourself it's Ridge time. Go to ridge.com/KFC. Get 40% off your Ridge and key case and anything else you want. It's Brittany Schmitt on KFC Radio. Let's talk to her. Did you expect it to go like as viral as it did?
No, that
were you
joke
like,
had
oh,
been
fuck.
out since July.
Right.
On 3 different specials. I filmed the same joke. It just got clipped.
And then it went viral. When it started to pick up though, were you like, oh fuck? Or like, oh yes.
It sucked for a couple of different reasons. One, because like part of the joke is about my husband, who's like we're going through a divorce, and so he then got like a lot of heat on his page of people being like, how does BBC piss taste, and like just really ridiculous shit that like we're already going through a shitty divorce. Like
that's a tough comment.
Yeah.
A little insult to injury on that.
Yeah. Look, we've all had pasts before the people we're with. You don't really want it in your Instagram comment section.
Yeah. So that sucked. And then I just had other NBA players that I hooked up with reaching out to me being like,
Don't do that to me.
Yeah, like keep my name out of your mouth. And I was like, well, I forgot you were alive and that we fucked. But now you're in my set.
Yeah.
now you're in my set. Yeah. And then
some people talk about being a blackout drunk, but being I fucked NBA players and forgot about a drunk it's a whole new level of drunk.
Yeah.
Gang shit.
Oh, and then I had another friend who's like in the league now being like, this is going to be in the rookie symposium. Like this this joke is going to be like, you need to have people sign NDAs. Like he's like, you're going to change the whole way that people operate.
They'll call that like the Schmitt rules. You know what I mean? Like everybody don't get Schmitted.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to KFC Radio on YouTube to get all the video content. Subscribe, comment, like, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you know whenever new video content drops.
I want to say something, but the video has to be faster. That's it.